Good evening, hello, and welcome to week 4 of OHSAA football. I'm Jacob Williams, and my partner Patrick Lewis and I will bring the 867-5309 to your homes, abodes, ships at sea, and castles. So tonight, the hard-working assets of Waycross Media enter the friendly confines of the Fred Hunt Press Box high above Dottie Peters Field on the campus of Northwest High School. Now, of course, Patrick, we were here last week and witnessed mayhem, frankly, but the Knights will need to put that in the rearview mirror. The Ross Rams trek into Northwest eager to make the Knights' brown eyes blue. But the Knights D will need to assert themselves as the Blue Oyster Cults and rule with dominance and submission tonight, Patrick.
Well spoken, Jacob. Yes, you're right. We did witness a pretty hefty game last week against Tecumseh. Some very good defensive battles we saw up front, and we expect something very similar this evening as well. Ross Rams have a very hefty offensive line. That's their strength. They have as you see the Knights coming in here, they have a very hefty up front for the offensive lineman for the Rams, and the defensive line is going to have to be stalwart this evening and make sure that the running game for the Rams don't get started. They have a 6'4", 300-pound commit. That is number 72, Simon Stepyanik, if I can say that correctly. He's committed to Indiana as a Division I college, and he's a big boy, so they know, and he's just one of many guys on the offensive front that's going to be contributing for the Ross Rams. And if they don't turn the ball over, the Ross Rams, they can probably come out with a victory tonight. If the offense gets going for Northwest, though, they better watch out, because that's what needs to start clicking for them.
All right, very astute observances on your part, Patrick. Now, before we go too much further along into this, I want to let everyone know our officials for tonight's contest. The OHSAA will be providing Corey Frizzell, Jamie Harding, Jim Johnson, Steve Martin, and Ryan McCurley. They will be in the stripes tonight calling this affair. You know, in talking to Coach Butts a little while before the game, Patrick, you know, he says to me that his team has to be more physical than their opponents, so that our MO will be to line up and knock people off the ball.
Right. And
speed, he says, is his Achilles heel, and also mentions where they had 4 fumbles last week, 3 of them in the red zone.
Yeah, and that's the key, really. When they have those turnovers, they're going to feel pretty deflated, and that's exactly what happened. They had a halftime lead last week and then ended up losing the game. Unfortunately, because those turnovers, I think, really played with their mind a little bit, and they can't really get emotional when that happens. You really got to put it out, just kind of like a pitcher when they give up a home run. You just got to move on. You can't, harp on the fact, and you just gotta figure out a way to pass it on by and let it go and become the player you are.
Well, it looks like they're ready. The Knights are ready to approach this ball, and number 90, Alex Shivik, steps off into it. We're underway here at Northwest Knights, and the ball's fumbled, and it's still loose on the field. Number 40, the Knights, jumps in there, and he may have recovered that fumble.
Oh.
Signal recovery for the Knights. Number 40 down there real quick on it, Melvin Lawson, ML3, Melvin Lawson the third.
Cortez McGinnis coming up with the fumble, but there is a good hit by number 23, Harvey Berry for the Knights, making a great hit, getting down there quickly and making sure that when he did fumble the ball, there was no opportunity for the Rams to snag it again. But we have a player down. Looks like the returner who got smacked pretty hard.
Well, looks like we got a Ram down on the field. And before we go too far, while we got this injury, I want to mention special thanks to the Northwest concession people who are so kind, our virtue of bringing us all the goodies, etc. they have bestowed upon our crew over the years. And I also want to apologize, Patrick, for my part in our game last week. I want to apologize and say, sorry, Ms. Jackson, but I know your son is Devon, and I'll try to remember that from now on because I was calling him not the name that you named him, Miss Jackson. Once again, I am sorry.
Yeah, it doesn't look good for the player down, Jacob. Unfortunately, this is not the way you want to start a game for either side, obviously, but it's unfortunate that he was going after the ball and they both slid into each other. That's
number 4.
Yeah, Jay Horton.
Oh, he's up.
And unfortunately, he's going to be one of their stars if he can't return. He's a big wide receiver returner guy for them.
So he's going to be nursing a knee to the head from what we understand. And here comes the Knights on offense. Number 12, Brandon Shelton back there. He's got number 6 back there with him in the pistol. And he gives to number 3, excuse me, Corey McGinnis. A couple of tough yards up there. 4 tough yard gain. And
yeah, this is a really good effort by Corey McGinnis. He spins off of him. Number 41 for the Rams, Tyler Young, making a good arm tackle, getting up there and holding on tight to get him, because Corey McGinnis, he's slippery, and these playmakers, like we've been seeing all year, as if you get them in space, they're spread offense. If you get them the ball, they can make people miss.
Okay, so here comes Shelton, waiting to snap. He's got it. And he gives inside again. And straight north in there, and runs into a host of Ram defenders. So it looks like he's going to have us at about a third.
So far, they've been going up the gut and not really getting them too much in space. We'll see if this continues for third down. I don't see having that as an option. You're going to have trips to the left here for the Knights. They're going to obviously spread it out with Corey to his side here.
Well, here we go, third and 4 for the Knight offense. Shelton kicks it in motion, gives to Devon Jackson. He's inside.
Nice.
Good carry. Looks like it's going to be near first down yardage here for the Knights.
Looks like Tyler Young for the Rams is going to be called a lot on the defense. He's a linebacker, 5'11", 170. He's going to be getting in on this tackle as well. I believe it's going to be a lot of effort for the Rams to make this spread offense, because if they want to be more physical, it's going to start with the defensive line and linebackers. They look like they're getting in a 4-2 set.
Here comes Sheldon. He gives to McGinnis. He runs straight north with it, or south in this case, but he's straight ahead run, and he's got good yardage.
Yeah, this is a great run. The offensive line's getting great push to start this game for the Knights. They're just overcommitting, I think, the defensive line. They're getting upfield way too much, and they're just letting them go by them. And that's what the offensive line wants to do sometimes. If you want to go one direction, we'll take you that direction.
That's right. So here's Corey McGinnis. He checks back into the Knight huddle. About a second down, and
this might be a direct snap. The Wildcat formation. We saw that a little bit last week.
This ball's on the 3-yard line, and number 3 is going to be stopped. Looks like short of the line of scrimmage by a little bit on that play. So Ross Ram defenders seeing to it that the Knights don't walk in, and it looks like we got a Knight player down injured again.
Yeah, Brett Schneider, a 5'9", 184 senior for the Knights, making a good stop here, getting up and making contact. It's a second injury already. It's unfortunate. Wonder if these guys hydrated. Hopefully maybe they're just cramps or something, but it's not good that we're having our second injury and we're not even out of the first series yet.
Well, we'll have to see. These guys, like you say, they're probably quite a bit amped up for this game, and you just got to get a few knocks and shake the cobwebs out so they could not be so tense.
Right, and it is homecoming tonight. I'm not sure if we mentioned that or not. It is a big night for the Knights, the big night for the Knights. With a beautiful night, actually. A wonderful football atmosphere this evening.
Sure, like you said, Patrick, this is the Knight homecoming at the round table, and these Knights are going to have to see to it. that the Rams don't force a home invasion here on their hallowed ground.
That was Corey McGinnis getting up. He just got bent over there when he was getting tackled, and it looked kind of maybe his back did not turn the right way. That's not how God meant him to turn when he gets tackled that way. Foresee him maybe spending a couple plays out after this drive, coming back in hopefully.
So the O-line out back on the field with the offense. Number 60, Justin Berkers, Dominic Smith, and others again. Breaks a tackle, and it's signaled as a touchdown.
Nice.
Northwest Knights here scoring the first touchdown with 9:04 left to go in the first quarter here. And they jump off to a 6-0 lead, pending the outcome of the extra point.
Yeah, this is a great way to start the game off for the Knights. They get the turnover on the kickoff, and Devon Jackson starts in motion and gets it, and he's already got his guns going. His legs are turning, and we saw that last week. When he gets going, it's hard to bring Devon Jackson down. So we're happy that I'm happy, and I'm sure the Knights are happy to see this, that he capitalized on the turnover.
And I'm sure Alex Shivik is happy for knocking that PAT through the uprights. So here, 9:04 left to go in the first quarter. The Knights 7 and the Ross Rams nothing.
The Ross Rams have to be disappointed. After 4 turnovers last week, they start the game with a turnover. And the Knights can't be more jubilated. They start the game inside, their 30-yard line. They come down penalty-free, making good plays, getting short yardage third downs and punching it in without, any resistance from the Ross Rams defense. If the Ross Rams come out firing, I think, we weren't expecting an offensive battle, but that would be fun. I'm not gonna lie. Let's see some fireworks. I'm ready to see some ground games, some big boys playing on the line of scrimmage, throwing some people around, getting their big bodies moving. Heck, that's the type of football I want to see. I don't know about you, Jacob.
Well, I want to see it too, and I don't think we'll have to wait until Sunday to see it, Patrick. It looks like tonight that these teams are going to make sure that this is a night to remember OHSAA football. Looks like number 90, Alex Shivik, number 90, a 200-pound senior, is going to do the honors of kicking his ball off to the Ross Rams. And it's going to be up to the Ross Rams to maintain possession of the short kick. And he's moving forward with that ball in the neighborhood of the Knight 39-yard line, where they'll start in pretty good field position, Patrick.
Yeah, and Corey Osborne, a senior wide receiver, 5'10", 180 pounds, gets a short kickoff and does what he should with it. Just get a couple yards, get down. They're going to get the ball here on the 40-yard line, which is great field position. Only 60 yards to go to get their first score. That's what they did to the opposite team last week, giving them the turnovers in short field situations. So not saying 60 yards is short field, but it's manageable.
So here we go. Fakes the give, and this number 3 is running outside, looking to find a way, but looks like he's going to come up with about a 4-yard gain on the play for the Rams.
Yeah, Dustin Foley is going to be one of their main running backs tonight. It's going to be a similar offense, the spread offense to Northwest that we see, but more quarterback running than gives.
Okay, so he's got trips right. I formation backfield behind him. He fakes the give, and he's rolling to his right.
He's got him open.
The ball. He's got the fingers after him, and he's going to have to get rid of it and take what he can get. But it looks like he scrambles his way up to near first down. It's like Darius Hayes-Caruth makes the stop on the Knight 47-yard line.
We see this bootleg coming out, and he has a couple people open. You can't see it on this replay. They're blocking ahead of him. But number 17, Riley Ryder, number 10, Corey Osborne, were both open downfield. It's unfortunate that he didn't get rid of the ball. He's got to make something out of nothing on this bootleg, and it's good pursuit by the Northwest defense to get him out of bounds before the first down yard and making it about 3rd and 3.
3rd and 3. Well, here comes the Ram offense. Knight defense. Like they got plenty of guys up there near the box here. We'll see what happens here. They're looking to go a gap. He gives to number 2.
Nice.
Cole Hannon.
Are they going to give it to him? Nope, they're saying he's down.
Bohannon on the carry for the Rams.
Yeah, getting led by number 34, John Kincaid. Doesn't really follow his blocker too well. It looks like that ball could have been out. That's a good replay, good camera work by our Volunteers. He is not down. Unfortunately, it's 4th down, so they're going to get the ball anyway, but you would have liked to have it on the opponent's side of the field.
So you got Shane Baldwin and Cortez McKinnis back to receive his punt. It's going to roll up out of bounds near the neighborhood of the 15-yard line of the night.
And if we have some regulars listening, and people know that Shane Baldwin's my buddy. I really like Shane Baldwin. From the very first start against Anderson, he brought back that punt return touchdown for 80-something yards, and I was excited about his athletic ability. So if they get him in the Wildcat situations, I really like how Northwest can use his athletic ability.
Shane Baldwin, naturally, he's one of the big stars for the Knights. He's their Wildcat back. He's both sides of the ball raising terror for him. So here's the snap and the give. Running straight south with the ball. Number 33 for the Knights carrying this ball. That's Devontae Faulkner.
Yeah, sophomore, 5'10", 200 pounds. He's a big boy. Get him some churning runs. Low in the short. I really like the way he's holding that football. He's not running out there like a loaf of bread.
Yeah,
I know where he was going with that. But he's getting some good yards. He's a sophomore. I love young guys.
He's not carrying that ball like the bread of salvation there.
That's right. That's right. He doesn't want to lose it. He saw the turnovers that they had the first game too.
That's right.
That's why he's in there maybe.
There's the inside give and
wow, good stick.
Ram defense stuffs that ball.
Yeah, Ross Caulfield makes a stick here. 43 as well. Austin McGee gets first contact, but he gets his body down, good position, gets a good stick, and makes a good play, giving up a 3rd down and what about 5 or 6?
5 it'll be. Number 12, Brandon Shelton checks back into the huddle with the play.
This would be a huge confidence builder for the Ross Rams if they can get a 3-and-out here with trips to the left that the Knights are going to give them.
Got trips to the left. Darius Hayes Carew.
They're going to do that play. Yep.
Give is to Devon Jackson. He muscles in there for about a 2-3 yard gain.
That's the same play the Knights ran only to the opposite side that got them the touchdown on the previous series. They went straight back to it on the other side. Devon Jackson gets it moving. He had to slide step a little bit on the touchdown run. He just kept moving. He was looking for the hole, but the Knights defense the Rams defense did a good job stopping him on 3rd down, making up a 4th and short here, and they're gonna have him punt.
So here the Knights are looking to punt this ball. To snap is to him. It's a low kick. Takes a Knight bounce though. Ross Ram picks it up and he takes a slip with it. He spins around a tackle and still on his feet. He's down the left sideline. He's
come back upfield.
Nobody can make the tackle until now, where I see number 57 has a hold of him. That's Dalton Colbert.
Yeah, Corey McGinnis just saved a touchdown. This is a wonderful run by Jay Horton. We get a good view here by our cameras. He just goes through the pile, gets up the sideline, then there's nobody. His buddies on the other side say, come back up in the field, get in the middle of the field. Corey McGinnis, as you see, barely gets a little hand on his jersey, saving that touchdown, or else that's 6 points.
Okay, so here comes the Rams setting up shop on the Knight 29-yard line here. Yeah, but the Knight defense is waiting for him there. Looks like Julian Daniels leading the way, along with number 55 on that, Dominic Smith.
Yeah, it's almost kind of like they were giving food away for these young kids. They're like, well, heck, he's got the ball. Let's get some food. Let's gang tackle these guys. They were on a mission. They had 3 people around that ball before he even got to the line of scrimmage.
Number 3 looking it over. He's under center. I formation behind him. Fakes the gives, rolling his right, throws a pass complete to number 34, and he's got a blocker.
Can he go? Can he go? Can he go?
He's all the way in.
He is.
For a touchdown for the Ross Rams on the play. 4:39 left to go in the first quarter, and the Ross Rams have come back with the touchdown for their side of the scoreboard.
Wow, John Kincaid making a great effort here. Gets the ball on the bootleg outside, and it's just that he's a big boy.
Nice
I like the
block
way
throw for him by number 10, Corey Osborne.
You're right. You're right. Yeah, I just love the way he ran that ball because he got upfield, he moved north and south, and he used his power to get out of the tackles with those, and that was just a great play. I enjoyed that. That's his 6th touchdown of the season.
So that extra point attempt is good. So we have a score at 4:39 left to go in the first quarter of the Rams 7 and the Northwest Knights 7.
Well, like I said, we thought this was going to be a defensive battle, but I'm okay with this. We had very little offense last game, and I'm a big fan of offense. You know, I'll be playing Madden and NFL Blitz, and I want to rack up that score, and I'm sure they do. As we see the touchdown here, him rolling them out. Well, I mean, he squares his shoulders, gets a good throw. He gets him right on the numbers, and that's important because he hits them in stride. He follows his blockers and makes a good effort. He gets the legs churning, and almost a horse collar tackle, but it's a good idea that he didn't do that.
So here comes the Knights looking to receive this kickoff. You know, they got Shane Baldwin back there along with Devon Jackson.
What happened? Looks like a flag.
What do we got here? The Rams offside, trying to kick off. Onside kick here. Or legal procedure on the Rams. So this might help the Knights come up with some decent field position off this.
Yeah, and that's just because of the kick. I don't think he got the kick correctly, and that's just unfortunate. I don't think there was anything detrimental that anyone else did except for the kicker. He just kind of almost missed the ball there. And we saw that with the punt that the Knights did. The kicker, when he dropped the football, almost had a golf shot because he got so close to the ground, his foot in the ball.
So here come the Rams, ready to do it again, and this kick is off. Number 23, smart enough to knock that ball out of bounds. Looks like about the Knight 40-yard line before they set up shop, 1st and 10.
Yeah, Harvey Berry making an interesting play around the 40-yard line. He tries to get it on the first bounce, but then he just kind of fumbles it around, and he's so close to the sideline. From our vantage point, it was tough for him. He's got to get those mitts on there and maybe just fall on the ball and secure it. He got the job done, fortunately, for the Knights.
In the end, what he did was just as well in the end. So here comes the Knights on offense. Kicks Devon Jackson in motion. He gives it to him going across.
Nice
He's got
block.
a block. He turns the corner. Breaks the tackle, moving across the 50-yard line into Ross Ram territory on the play.
Cortez McGinnis, loving it. He's just throwing blocks. I love this. Watch Cortez McGinnis give Devon Jackson a good stick right there. He just pulls him backwards, and oh man, that's what you get when you can get containment like that. And he makes a great move right there on that slide step, that juke move. Oh man, that's what you watch football for. There's great athletic plays, and that's what we're talking about. We gotta get these guys in space, because if you can get a good block like that, and then you get him out where he can make a man miss, that's good yardage. Good yardage after the catcher, after receiving the ball.
Okay, so he kicks Devon Jackson in motion, gives to him again. This time he knows he's in there, but he's going to have very little gain on the play. Maybe a yard.
Yeah, the Knights had success running up the middle the first 2 times. The very first 2 plays they did, they had success, but I haven't seen them have success outside of those 2 opportunities. And I really like it when they, like I said, get them outside. And if that defensive end for the Rams looks like number 77, Cordy Dupree, is one of them on one side. And I want to see if I can get the number on the other side. Looks like number 33, Brent Schneider's on the other side. If they can have containment, then they can work at that.
So here's the snap. Looking to throw over the middle, off his hands. Number 18, Darius Hayes Carew. If he could have just corralled that ball.
Oh, if they could. Yeah, that's a big if right now. I mean, Sheldon doesn't get many opportunities to throw, and this one is right on his pit. Oh, right on those hands. You can't get it any better than that. He's leading them. He's getting those hands out. If he grabs that, that could be 6. I mean, he's got one man behind him. The Rams are putting a lot in the box here on defense. They got man coverage with one deep safety, and if he gets that and makes a move, gets up the sideline, I guarantee they're going to gain at least 40 yards on that play. That's just, he's thinking, like, just give me a completion, man. Give me a stat.
The Knights are facing a 3rd down and 9 on this play here, and we'll have to see what they come up with. Someone's timeout is called by the Knights. We'll have to study their playbook and see exactly what to do in this down and distance situation.
Yeah, the play that would have happened would have been the previous one. It's a 2nd down and long situation, and that was the one they wanted to probably work, and now they probably have to think of something that's going to extend the play a little bit further.
I want to take this opportunity while we're in this timeout again to pass along the idea to our viewers, anyone out there, we need volunteers to help and donate time to Waycross Community Media so we could bring this OHSAA sports to you. By donating your time to the Waycross Community Media, you pass along wisdom. You provide comfort to one or many. Bring the community together, and you support a cause. So here we are, the Knights on ready to snap this 3rd and 9, figure out what they're going to do. Back to pass, looking over the middle to throw.
Whoa, nice.
Caught down the right sideline, and it's a big pickup down near the Ross Ram 25-yard line. This ball will be placed down.
And number 25, Devon Jackson, on the 25-yard line again. This is a great throw. He gets him over the shoulder a little bit. I'm not sure if he wanted to lead him that far, but number 7 for the Rams, Alex Steele, gets underneath the route a little bit. And fortunately for Shelton, he puts a little more air under the ball, and there was no one around him. He just catches a little easy pitch and catch right there. I'm not surprised that they threw it, though. I'm not, with how open he was in the previous play.
Well, it looks like the Knight offensive line is having a little more success handling the D-line of the Rams than they had handling the D-line of the Arrows last week.
And I'm hoping here that if maybe a Wildcat situation is going to come into play. If not, this would be a good time for a little play action. I feel like if you do a play action here, you might catch him off guard, and you already got some rhythm passing the ball. It's just you got to catch it. Hayes Caruth had a great ball. Go right back to him on that same route. Get a touchdown here.
We're going to 2nd and 9. He's got McGinnis back there with him in the pistol. Turns, fakes to give, and he's throwing his ball to the left flat. Devon Jackson breaks loose of that arm tackle. Number 2 for the Ross Rams, trying to bring him down. That's Cole Hannon.
Yeah, and they're going to move the chains on this. This is great. I like this play call. I'm really glad that they're opening up the playbook a little bit and giving their playmakers. This is the 2nd catch by Devon tonight, and I hope he's getting the play call again and start passing the ball. You got a sense now that the Knights are going to score on here if they continue with this good play calling and getting the trips to the left now.
Okay, so here's back in motion, man in motion. It gives to Devon Jackson. Corey McGinnis trying to throw him a block to get him the edge, but not this time. Ram defenders shut that down. No gain or very little on the play.
Yeah, good containment by the defense on that. There's a couple plays that worked previously, and they learned from their mistakes. Didn't let the offensive lineman get outside leverage. Made sure they got around them. They saw it coming. The more they do that play, though, the more they're going to learn from it. So they got to be careful doing that play too often.
So here we go. The Knights on this 2nd down and 10 play. And they're got to get some yardage.
There you go.
Caught. It's going to be a tackle. Number 85 catching that ball, David Martin, 6 foot, 180-pound junior.
You want to see him break this tackle. Unfortunately, he's got man coverage and he gets the swing pass out there. You'd like to see him just make a move and get a couple extra yards after the catch. So he was the only guy there. It's a good open field tackle because if he does get around him, that's 6 points. There's no one. That safety's not going to get over in time to get up there for 10 yards.
Well, time ticking down. 34 seconds left to go in the first quarter. Kicks Devon Jackson in motion, gives him the ball. He follows a man through the hole, kicks up about 4 yards.
Yeah, as good of a block Corey McGinnis got that one time I was really excited about. This one, he just got blown up. If we can see the replay, I want to see the number and give him the defensive lineman credit for that because he gets up in there. Here we go. Let's see. Number 42, was it? Yeah. Yes, it was. Number 42, that's Austin Harris, a senior linebacker, 5'11", 195, blowing up Corey McGinnis of the Knights, making a good tackle.
So that'll bring us to the end of the first quarter of this game between the Northwest Knights and the Ross Rams with the score tied at 7 apiece. Like you said, Patrick, that time McGinnis wasn't able to get that block off, and number 42 more or less blew it up. So
and I'm not sure. I mean, McGinnis is a big guy. He's 195. He's a running back, maybe by trade. And if you ask him to do that too much, he might not like it. I mean, obviously, when you're on a football team, you do what you're asked. I mean, you come in, it's kind of like a military atmosphere where you're just like, whatever my role is, coach, I'm going to do it. But he might be thinking that, I want the ball, coach. Give me some touches. He's a good running back. Let's not give him. Let's not lose sight of that. But it's a beautiful night out tonight as we see the panoramic view our cameras are giving everybody tonight. It's just absolutely wonderful. The cheerleaders for both teams are out here supporting their teams, and it's just a wonderful night in Greater Cincinnati for high school football.
You got the Knights and their mascot out there with the cheerleaders. He's in his, I believe, second year of being the Knights mascot, young man. I spoke to him last year a couple times. So it looks like the Knights are going to attempt a field goal on this play. Hold us down. The kick is up, and the kick is no good. Wide to the left. So that makes the score continue to be 7-7.
Yeah, that's unfortunate. It's a chip shot field goal. I'm just going to call it how it is, Jacob. It's a 25-yard field goal. He's in the middle of the field. You can't ask for a better situation than that. It doesn't look like anyone hit it. He got some height, possibly, but he just looked like he pulled it left, and that's unfortunate. You did such a good job getting down there, and I'm sure the offense is kind of irritated by that. I mean, that's why the kicker's never liked. It's always like you've got to do your job, always. And when you don't do it in a perfection sense, if you miss one or you miss a couple, maybe we'll give you a little bit of a break. But for the 25-yard chip shot or extra points, they're expected to make those.
Yeah, and this is the night homecoming, and they figured they need this kicker to convert that field goal attempt because, again, here we are, the fourth week into the 14 campaign. Incomplete. Number 7 for the Rams, Alex Steele, can't come up with that reception.
Yeah, Alex Steele was running on the field when that possession happened. He was ready. He's got on the line of scrimmage. He's yelling to the official. He almost knew like he was going to get the ball. He almost knew it. Because right when he started his route, he looked back, and he was so excited, and then he just dropped the ball, unfortunately for him. Maybe he just had a little nerves. He was a little anxious to get the ball and do something with it.
2nd and 10, handoff inside. Guy picks up good yardage, followed his block. That's number 34 for the Rams, John Kincaid.
I like the way he runs. Man, I like the way he runs. He's got good vision, good slide steps, and when he gets going, get out of his way. 225 pounds as a running back. This guy's a mammoth. I like it.
Well, here they are in the center, number 3, Dustin Foley.
Uh-oh.
Knight defender jumps offside.
It's like number 55, Dominique Smith. Yep, that's what they're going to call, too. That's unfortunate.
So the officials move this ball up. Looks like it's going to make it a first down. The chain gang gets to stepping across the field.
On the Ross sideline, it looks like what some colleges do. They use these collages a lot with pictures to give the offense an idea of what they want to run. And they switch these boards. It looks like they only got one on their sideline, but it looks like that's the strategy they're using.
Here's the snap on Ross, number 3, Dustin Foley. can get about a yard, and that's about it.
It's kind of funny watching Foley get the carry after Kincaid does. There's completely different. You got 225 pounds compared to 160. And if I'm a defensive lineman, I want to see Foley. I want to see 225 coming at me. That's the difference between Jerome Bettis and maybe like Jonathan Dwyer or somebody else. I don't know, just somebody that's tinier.
Okay, so Ross trips right, looking to do something on his 2nd and long. He's straight back to pass.
Ooh, pick. Oh, that's. Ooh, is he going to call it? I know what he's thinking.
But fortunately for the Rams, number 7, Alex Steele, turned around and became a defender real fast.
Ooh, Marvin lost the number 40 for the Knights. He's thinking, that's got to be offensive pass interference. That's pick 6 written all over it. Look at that. He's got his arm wrapped around. Oh, man, and the coaches on the sidelines jumping up and down. And I think the head coach is giving him a little speech saying, hey, you know that you saw that. You're right there in front of me. Let's get an eye on that. But, man.
3rd down. That's where the Knights defense has to come in here and assert themselves. Pass incomplete to number 10, Corey Osborne.
Yeah, after the penalty, the offsides, the defense for the Knights steps up and makes a stop here and gets them out on three straight downs, which is, something we haven't seen too much tonight from the offenses. They've been going up and down the field a little bit, so when they punt here, they're gonna get good field position.
Well, Cortez McGinnis back to receive this kick for the Knights. Hopefully he can execute reception of this kick plus some yards after, but that ball's going to go out of bounds. It's like it'll post up at about the Knight 44-yard line. 10:24 left to go in the first half for this affair.
So, being an offensive-minded already kind of game, we're in the second quarter with 10:24. They're going to get the ball now around midfield. I'm looking for the Knights to make a statement here. What do you think? That's my thought process. They had success throwing the ball, so I expect Sheldon to come out and make some plays with his arm. I want to see some play actions. I want to see some stretch plays. Let's shake it up a little bit.
I want to see him hand this guy the ball and let these guys run some clock and score while they're doing it. But he's, like you said, looking to throw deep over the middle. And the pass
He's got him.
off.
He's got him. Oh!
Comes in over his shoulder, but he can't quite pull it in. That's Devon Jackson. That could have been a back-breaking play for the Knight offense.
Yeah, it's a good play action. I think he's got the ball. Great. It's a duck. I'm not going to lie to you, but it goes right through his arms. And if he catches that on contact, that's a huge gain. That's going to be close to the 20-yard line.
It was coming in over his wrong shoulder. If that ball was coming in over his left shoulder, he probably, down in the end zone right now. But
yeah, it would have been a Willie Mays type of catch, but he's got to make that catch. Unfortunate for the Knights.
Okay, so here comes the Knights on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Got Devon Jackson over the middle, but Ram defenders are waiting for him. It looks like number 16, Jake Neiman, 6'3", 177-pounder.
Well, this is good for Devon Jackson because he just missed that pass right through his arms, and this is going to give him some confidence. Whether he's going to catch the ball or running the ball moving forward, he's going to feel like a lot better touching that football. Now with 3rd down, we had 2 straight passes, which is unlike this Northwest offense.
It is unlike this offense.
Very, very unlikely, and I'm hoping to see another pass because I think they can complete it. You see the Knights are going to spread it out once again, and I think they're going to do it. Yep.
Pass is complete, but they're going to have him tripped up short of 1st down yardage. Looks like he's going to be about 2 yards short of a 1st down. The ball spotted on the Ram 44-yard line.
Yeah, 2 good throws. Actually, 3 good throws. Just 2 completions for Shelton here. It looks like they might be going for it. Hayes Carruth does a good job pulling that down. He's a big guy, 5'11", 157, so he can go up and get the ball if he needed to.
Yeah, 4th and 3. They might as well go for it. The next thing is, what's the play call going to be? Corey McGinnis. We'll have to see. We got Devon Jackson over there.
And there's a flag now.
Oh, my goodness.
Delay
Too
of
much
game.
time, delay of game on the Knights. Now they got a kick.
Yeah, I'm not sure if that was on purpose or not. It kind of looked like it. Obviously, we don't have a play clock here for you guys to see. But it's about, what, you think, a 30-second, 45, something like that. I don't know the second. Is it?
But they should have went after that with a vengeance. They could have picked that first down up.
Yeah, they could have. They were on the Ross side of the field, too.
So the kick is off. Ross waiting to receive it. The man picks it up and he slips down and near the 20-yard line. Looks like Rams will set it up about their own 18-yard line.
Yeah, Cole Hannon gets it off the bounce here and just almost kind of does like a baseball slide. Ooh, there you go. Just kind of some turf monsters just grabbing your ankle and pulling you down. Sliding in the second. He's safe.
This is where 8:33 left to go in the half. If you're the Northwest defenders, you might be able to find out a way to come up with a big play. Because the way it looks to me, the Knights are going to need a short field to get rolling on offense here.
Well, if you're the Ross Rams, you want to get rolling on offense as well. I mean, they both came out scoring, and they want to get back in that rhythm.
There's the give. Guy forces his way over a couple Northwest would-be tacklers, and looks like he's got about a 3-yard gain.
Yeah, that's Kincaid again, getting the football, holding on to that football tight. Nice tackle and corral by the buddies of Northwest. Julian Caldwell making the tackle. A senior 6'1", 195 linebacker making a good play to stop him for a short gain.
2nd and 7 for the Ram offense. Looking to move this ball.
Let's see if we see a pass here. I haven't seen him pass yet. I want to see what kind of passing game they got.
Justin Flo is rolling to his left, but he's being hounded.
Ooh.
Voids that tackle.
Oh, and he picks it.
Pass off. It's intercepted by Shane Baldwin for the Knights, and he comes down with this ball. So with 7:42 left to go in the half, here comes the Knights back on offense.
Yeah, it's just, you know, I don't know how I said, the only bootleg that they did all night resulted in a touchdown, and they do bootleg again. And this is a great effort by Foley. He's getting away from some tackles. He gets his shoulder square, makes a good effort, a good throw. It's just a bad decision to throw it across the field like that. A quarterback's lesson is never to throw it back across the field when you've done that. And granted, it wasn't that far. It should have been a better decision. Obviously, he was covered.
Yeah, he had no way of seeing Shane Baldwin closing ground fast on that.
Yeah, and that's a great effort there to pick that ball off, and it sets Northwest up at their 30-yard line, and we hope they can convert here.
Like Northwest has number 4 in at quarterback. He fakes the give, and he runs straight north with it and picking up plenty of yards. This number 4 is Peyton Brown, a 5'9", 165-pound senior.
Yeah, the fake I don't think fooled anyone because he was about a foot or two off of the fake. But yeah, it did its job. It got its about a 5-yard gain on first down and makes a second and manageable here. It looks like he's going to come back in again, get the ball again, and hopefully get another 5 yards and first down.
Well, it looks like the Knights, again, they can come at your ways. This is multiple people now that have played quarterback. That ball's fumbled, and Ross Rams are near picking it up, and they do have it.
Wow.
Ross Rams recover that fumble.
Brett Schneider for the Rams came up with it. Wow. As a Northwest fan, you don't want to see this. I mean, he wasn't going to go anywhere anyway. That offensive line did not do a good job holding number 77, Cody Dupree, out. Another turnover.
Yeah, here comes the Rams, number 3, back under center, trying to make good on what happened from the previous series. He hands inside.
Nice block.
Muscles his way in there for about a 3-yard gain for the Rams.
Yeah, I usually don't say a whole lot of offensive linemen's names, but Simon Stepaniak, as we mentioned earlier in the broadcast, is a verbal commit to Indiana. A big boy, 6'4", 305 pounds. That's where they ran, right behind him on that play. And he and the guard tandem a little bit. and went up to the second level. If they run behind him, they're going to get good yardage every time. Oh, they're stacking the line. Look at that.
Look at all these guys Northwest has in the box, but the Rams muscle their way through the first line and good carry. So it looks like it's going to bring us into a third down in about 3 or 4 situations.
Yeah, if you're the Rams, that's your style. If you want yards, go behind Stepaniak and give it to Kincaid. You got 2 big boys there, 300-pound blocker and a 225-pound runner. Those are defensive linemen and linebackers' worst nightmare as the high school level. Elite athletes.
Power backfield turning give.
Nice.
Cortez McGinnis right there on his stick, shoulder pad, clap and hit there.
Yeah, he got that 6'2" frame down and gave Kincaid a freaking lick. Woo, baby. That makes me excited. Look at this. Bam. Right at the shoulder pad level and gets his buddies all in there and just makes a good 4th down and short. I love it. Nice play.
Cortez McGinnis been in this night defense a couple years now, dealing in dominance and submission for the night. Okay, so the Rams breaking the huddle. McGinnis got that full house backfield. He's under center, turns, gives to number 43, and he's going to be muscled down.
Wow.
Shane Baldwin, the first one there for the night defense, and 5:10 left to go in the first half.
Yeah, that's, it's a questionable call right here. To go for it because you're on your side of the field. This is a bet. If you lose that 4th down, which they did, you give them great field position. Austin McKee hasn't gotten the ball this entire season. We get Kincaid the ball going behind Stepaniak, and then all of a sudden you do a stretch play to the opposite side. They're trying to fool him a little bit, but Shane Baldwin with the good discipline and containment on the other side makes a great play, as he should, doing his job, gets the Northwest offense a chance here to convert.
Hey, here's the night offense looking to move this ball. Turn, give to McGinnis. He looks in there, and Ram defenders are going to be waiting for him after a very short gain on the play.
Well, his brother Cortez made a good stick on the defensive side. I think it's Corey's time to get up there and start lowering his shoulder pads and getting into the teeth of that defense. Start moving those legs a little bit, start making some yards, and make a statement back there, buddy. You're getting the ball now. Before you were just the fullback. Now you're getting these touches. Make something of it. Make of that opportunity.
Devon Jackson in motion.
Oh, there he goes.
Give, and he's around right in. Looks like he's going to get hauled down near the Ram 30-yard line on the play here.
And as I just said, he just got the ball in the previous play, but this time he just makes number 7, Alex Steele of the Rams, look like a bobblehead. He's on roller skates back there and just gets in front of him and just pushes him back, giving a lane for Devon Jackson to get some yards, and now a 3rd and more manageable down.
So 3rd and manageable here, making it 3rd and 5. Got to see what this number 12, Brandon Shelton, can come up with as the quarterback and the leader of this offense. There's certain plays when he has to take matters into his own hands. We'll see if this is one. And here it is.
Oh,
he's looking to throw in the flat to Devon Jackson. He's got the catch. He makes a man miss, breaks a tackle. There's a flag on the play, which is going to end up making this go back. It's a touchdown. It's a touchdown, but it's probably coming back.
It's unfortunate. Throw in the middle field where a holding is usually called. But man, that's a great play design. I really liked it. I saw it the entire time he was going to be open. And the receiver that was covered initially, the defender stuck with him. And then when he did, there was no defender outside of him to hold containment. And he got the ball, and then he made one guy miss and went all the way up the sideline for a touchdown.
That's right. See, and this is what happened last week. It was leaving points on the, on the field over penalties, and
we gave them accolades on the first series when they got that turnover inside the 30-yard line. They were penalty-free, made good plays on 3rd down. They executed well, and now it's unfortunate. You just wish that this is not going against the Knights, but it looks like it. They're still on the field. They're just probably deciding who it's either on or what kind of penalty it is.
Here we come with the explanation.
Wow. They're not going to say the name being high school, but it's interesting. I kind of want to see if we can get a replay. Maybe we can find out who it was. The flag was thrown in the middle of the field. Let's see if we can get, oh, right there.
There it is.
Oh,
Yeah.
oh, okay. So that block was considered pass interference.
Huh.
Here's Hayes Carruth making a block.
Well, myself,
Oh, they pick it up? Are they picking it up? What's going on?
they're picking it up.
They touched. One is going, wow. Oh, what a bizarre. Yes, that is correct.
So
Behind the line of scrimmage, therefore it is a block and not pass interference. And he just stick a lick on him is what he did. And then he stick a lick on another person. A wonderful couple blocks in my opinion, but wow, that's a bizarre chain of events there. They go from a touchdown to a flag and taking it back and now taking it off the field. And now we have somebody on the field that shouldn't be on the field. And
So
now he's
now
off.
this is where the Knights need to convert this extra point attempt. PAT with number 90 in there, Alex Shibik.
Man.
The officials, after having that UN assembly discussion about that, do come up with the correct call. Kick is up, and that kick is going to be good. So, with 3:38 left to go in the half, the Northwest Knights are leading this ball game 14-7 over the Ross Rams.
Wow. Give Hayes Carruth a big pat on the butt for his play on that, because that's what sprung him loose. You get the play fake here, which they've been running a lot this time, and gets the almost necessarily a wheel route out of the backfield there, and a running back, and he just makes the guy miss. Number 2, Cole Hannon, can't make the play, and number 4 as well, Jay Horton, is not. They're playing both ways now for the Rams, not making the tackles, and for the Knights' benefit, gets a touchdown out of it. I'm not gonna lie to you, that's a bizarre chain of events. They pick up, usually when they pick up flags, they're not for touchdowns.
Really, but I'm sure the Knights will take it.
Yeah, I'll take it. That's right.
.338 left to go in the half, and here the Knights are looking to kick off to the Rams. Looks like Alex Shibik has been doing most of the kicking off chores, and that ball's received at the 15 for the Rams. Cole Hannon runs straight up in there, because he's going to take it up to about the 35-yard line, 36-yard line of the Rams.
Yeah, wonderful return here. He gets a lot of space. The first person down there misses and slips, so it gives him the opportunity to get up to the next level where his blockers are, and there's a hole, and he takes advantage of it, getting upfield a little bit, giving some good position around the 35, 36-yard line.
So 3:33 left to go in the half. Under center is number 3 for the Rams, Dustin Foley. He gets a give. He's rolling back to his left. He's being chased down hard. He's going to keep this ball himself this time and pick up about 5 yards.
Yeah, they love bootlegs at Ross, apparently. They just don't like come backing out. They like to get some bodies in front of their small quarterback so he can run around a little bit. Kind of like Johnny Manziel-ish, he reminds me of. He's kind of small, light, slithery.
Yeah, Johnny Manziel, he's slithery all right. You're right.
That's what it reminds me of.
Well, I know you like Johnny Manziel.
Is that right? I'm more of an Everett Golson fan. Oh,
Okay,
nice
he's
job.
going to be knocked down in the backfield. Number 11, Brandon Schoen on defense for the Knights, saying, "Not in my house."
That's right. A senior stepping up when he needs to. 4th game of the season. They got 1 loss under the belt. They don't want 2, so a senior's got to be stepping up right now, making those type of plays. This is a statement game because they got LaSalle next week. Division II, they are stomping people, and their defense has got to really buckle down here, and seniors like Mr. Sean need to step it up, and that was a great play.
And here comes Ross. Pistol backfield. He's got people back there, but he's back there rolling to his right this time with the ball, looking to throw it
Oh, he's
outfield,
wide
but
open. Unbelievable.
He's going to decide to run what he can get, and he's near the first down stick out of bounds, but he's still going to be left short about a yard.
Wow. That's, I'm going to have to say, that's a poor decision Zach Arno, I believe, is number 11. He's looking right down the field right there, right at him. Out in the way. He's wide open. It's unfortunate. Maybe we can get another view of the guy run down the sideline, but he is completely wide open. And he's looking straight at him, and it's almost kind of like he was afraid to throw the ball after that pick. So he doesn't have the confidence.
It's going to be 4th and 2 on this, Patrick. So they're going to be back to punt. Cortez McGinnis back there, Shane Baldwin.
Come on, Baldwin.
2:37 left to go in the half. If the Knights play their cards right, they could possibly get some more points before halftime.
That would be nice. I'm sure they would love that.
Snap, kick is off. Knights in over the kick near Cortez McGinnis. He picks it up on the first bounce and he runs straight north with it towards the tackle, but there's going to be a flag on the play.
If this is on the Rams, it could give them really good field position around the 40-yard line.
This will probably be on the night.
Yeah.
$10-4. Looks like we got these fans in front of us gambling here. Northwest Knights 50-50.
That looks like the block in the back right there. We just saw on number 4, Peyton Brown for the Knights. That's the call on the field, and that's why they're going to start further back than what they thought they were going to be, around the 17-yard line or so.
2:26 left to go in the half.
Wow, how clutch would it be to take all this down there, man? That would be huge in the last 2:26.
Jackson gets to give, but Ram defense is waiting for him, and he's going to be shut down on that play.
Yeah, Alex Steele cleaning up some of that stuff. He got clocked on the previous possession, but helped making the tackle there. How clutch, I mean, it doesn't look like it's going to happen because they're running the clock down and just running the ball, but how big would it be to take that ball down the field here and get some points for the Knights?
That's what they need to do because
he's going to, don't do that, don't do that.
Devon Jackson can't come up with possession, and now we have a scrum where Ross Rams are indicating that they may have this ball.
They don't. I think the official just made a sign that we just retained possession. Northwest did. Let's take a look at the replay. It looks like he has it right at the end there, but obviously the Rams are going to say otherwise. Had people across the field saying, we got the ball, and they're not even close to the scrum.
Timeout called by Ross with 1:42 left to go in the first half.
And that's a quality timeout, I think. I don't know how many timeouts they got left. I think maybe 2, because Northwest took one at the beginning. But if they get a good stop here, Northwest is going to be running the ball. They get another stop. They make them punt. They can get good field position and get the ball back with about a minute and a half left to do something. And honestly, their offense needs it. I mean, they haven't been doing a whole lot. And granted, it's a close game, 14-7. But it would be a huge confidence builder for both teams if they get their offense going here. That turnover would have been huge, man. A lot of ifs going on in this game right now. If they got this turnover, if they held on the ball, if they didn't get that interception, if that wasn't a penalty on that touchdown.
I don't want to get too caught up in all these ifs.
Yeah, this is too many ifs going around. There's not enough execution. We had a couple executed plays. I remember that bootleg that Kincaid got the ball on that pass, and that was a well-executed play by him. That's most one in the recent memory.
It's like you were saying earlier, where you noted, Patrick, and Ross Rams got a good crowd in here supporting him tonight as their defense steps up on his play. To give is to Corey McGinnis, and he runs around a possible tackle and digs his nose in there, and he's going to be close to first down yardage.
And Ross is going to take a timeout here, and you got to give McGinnis a great effort here, a great effort. He makes a sidestep and jukes at the beginning, trying to find that hole, but he keeps his legs turning right there and gets an extra 3 yards.
And he's got probably basically 5 or 6 Ross Rams on him.
You ain't kidding, and that's a great effort. That's what you like to see. I mean, he's a senior. The brothers, the Cortez and Corey McGinnis brothers, are seniors, and this is their final year. And like I said, with the defensive line, they're going to have to start stepping up in these big games like this. And they got a gauntlet of a schedule. So if they can go through this schedule, I mean, this is a good team. Ross is a good team.
Yeah.
They dropped 50 on their second opponent. So this is huge. If they can get a win here, they go into confidence against the #1 team in the city right now, and LaSalle Lancers in Division II next week. That would be huge for them. A huge confidence booster if they can make this game a victory for them, and the seniors especially coming out and making a statement.
Okay, so on this 4th and 6, the Knights are going to be punting this ball to the Rams. Waiting for this snap. Are they going to try to draw them offside?
Yep,
Northwest timeout. Number 72, Cameron Lifford, looking to do that punt.
I wouldn't be surprised if Ross comes after this, wouldn't you? I mean, they got the ball here on the 22-yard line, 21-yard line. I wouldn't be surprised if I bring the house.
They might as well, yeah.
Yeah, why wouldn't you? 132 left, bring the house, get a block punt, maybe scoop and score. Why have the chance of getting your offense being, stalling out on the 50-yard line or the 40-yard line on your side?
I don't blame you.
Have your special teams make a play. And hence, if that does happen, that can get your offense more motivated coming out in the second half.
That's right. So the Knights will line up to attempt this punt once more. Rams got guys back to receive this punt. Cole Hannon. And number 4, what a nice kick. Number 4 back to receive it. Jay Horton.
It's really bizarre here. Jay Horton making a fair catch call. I'm not sure exactly why. He had at least 10, 50 yards from the first person that was gonna hit him. You catch that ball, you can get at least 10 yards before you even get first contact. You question that call.
Well, if we had a sideline reporter, he could go over there and ask before.
That's right. Where's Aaron Andrews when you need her?
We ought to get you doing some hockey games for the Waycross Network. The name like Patrick, it almost sounds like hat-trick.
Patrick, I like it.
Looks like he completes his ball over the middle, and number 7 is carrying defenders with him well into Knight territory. He's going to be finally put a stop to at the Knight 34-yard line. No flag.
Alex Steele playing both ways here, getting the screen, getting the Knight defenders going upfield. Breaks well, it doesn't really break. He carries the defender, really, is what you were saying. Carries the defender for an extra 10 yards. They're going to get great field position here. Wow, they're going to do something, hopefully, if you're a Ross fan.
1:10 left to go in the half. Clock moving. Gives is to Cole Hannon. He threads his way through there for about 2-3 yard pickup.
Now that you don't pick up anything, running the ball here is a questionable decision, because if you run the ball, you want to get something, because you're not in field goal range. You're in high school. They're on the 32-yard line. That's not a field goal range for a high school kicker.
Clock is running. 44 seconds left to go. Rolling back, looking to throw.
Pass it. There he is.
Completes his pass to Cole Hannon. He picks up yardage, but he's going to be brought down short of the first down. 31 seconds left to go, and timeout is called by the Ross Rams.
It looks like Melvin Lawson, the guy that almost had that pick 6 with that quote-unquote offensive pass interference that could have been called on there, making the stop here and bringing up 3rd down. Yeah, I'm glad that they passed the ball there, because if they didn't and ran the ball like they did before, they would have been in trouble. I like the way that Foley does. He gets outside the pocket. He just doesn't make good decisions. Like, he gets himself in a good position to make a good decision. It's just he's got to make better decisions.
Because he's got decent speed. Once he, makes the decision that he's going to run, he's got good speed.
He does. I mean, he's a junior. He also plays cornerback. Not to be confused with quarterback. He also plays cornerback a little bit. And he's got some good stats. I mean, he's run the ball. He's got some touchdowns. He's passed for some touchdowns. he's an all kind of guy for the Ross Rams. He just, hopefully he makes his decisions more often.
Looks like Northwest will be calling timeout here.
So going back to Foley, he's been pretty good percentage-wise, passing the ball, about 50%, 11 for 22. Passed for a couple touchdowns, ran for a couple touchdowns. He's got 122 yards under his belt with an average of 6.1 per carry. I mean, he's done well for them. John Kincaid has been the bulk of the yards with 369 and now 6 touchdowns, adding, including today. With 31 seconds there, you got to pass this ball, unless they do a quick run, get out of bounds, and get the first down. But like I said, again, they're on the 31-yard line. You're not in field goal range. So even if you do that, you're limiting yourself in plays.
Yeah, so what is it? Third down.
I won't be surprised if we see a bootleg here. As it is their...
Dustin Foley under center turns and gives the number 34. But
he's going to be close. I don't know if he got it, though.
He's going to be short, though. But the Rams ought to go on 4th down. 24.9 seconds left to go in the half.
It looks like the Rams might get the benefit of the doubt. Yes, they're going to measure the referee timeouts. That stops the clock. They make them give them an extra timeout since they're right on the edge of getting that first down or not. So whether or not, you got to go for it, in my opinion, here for the Rams, without a doubt.
Oh, definitely. So Kincaid, he busted in there, and to his credit, not trying to fake anybody out, just muscling for what he could get close to the sticks. We got Knight defenders indicating that they're short.
Down. Oh, they're not. What are they going to do? They're not going to go for it?
They got to go for it.
They're going to kick it, it looks like.
There's no need to kick this ball.
Yep,
they're kicking a field goal. Okay, well.
Wow. Okay. Well, that's going to be about a 40-yard field goal, you think?
Ball's on the 27, it says. 37, 43. So the Rams are going to attempt this field goal.
Wow. This is going to be about a 42-yard field goal.
This looks like number 9 is going to try this for him, Paul Young. Sophomore, 6'1", 155-pounder. Got these seafoam green kicking shoes.
I know.
We'll see what the Rams come up with. The snap is out, and the kick is up, and the kick is going to be long enough. It's just a question of
leg.
Kick is no good, just off to the left a little bit.
Wow.
With 9.3 seconds left to go in the half here.
Heck of a leg. You got to give him credit. I mean, that was never a question coming into that.
So that tells you that the Rams have someone who is capable of this distance. If it should come down to it at some point later on in this contest.
Yeah, looking at his stats, he's 3 for 4. So he's 75% from field goals. 14 extra points and as long as 41 yards. So he's made it before from above 40. They gave him the confidence and slightly outside the uprights.
So looks like the Northwest Knights take a knee on that one, which will send us to halftime. So at the end of the first half of this affair, it's the Northwest Knights 14 and the Ross Rams 7. Our partner Patrick and I will be back with more action in the second half of this game. Thank you.
Do you like what you see? Do you want to see more programs like this? Well, check out waycross.tv for this program and others like these.
I began producing and volunteering for Waycross when I was in the 7th grade. Since then, I have produced many programs that have won awards on the local, regional, and even national level.
Waycross Media was the ideal place for me. I just got involved in, as I say, as a hobby and continued on from there.
Anyone with a message that they want to share should come to Waycross, take the classes, and produce their own television show.
Good evening. Student Senate would like to welcome all students, parents, friends, faculty, and especially Northwest High School alumni to this evening's homecoming festivities. This year's homecoming, Bright Lights, Big City, began with a spirit of activities and competition between Northwest classes. The winning class, the senior class of 2015, were recognized at today's pep assembly. This week's festivities will culminate with tomorrow evening's homecoming dance. And now for the 2014 homecoming court. Leading the possession down the track are Northwest seniors Chastity Lynch and Sydney Rosa. Student Senate homecoming chairpersons who have been organizing the force behind their homecoming. We would like to thank our chairpersons for all the planning, time, and effort that they have invested in our homecoming week celebration. And now we welcome our 2015 homecoming royalty, Queen Barbie Metzner and King Keisha Morton, who will help us crown our new homecoming king and queen this evening. Leading our freshman candidates for the class of 2018 are banner carriers Angela Goins and Alexis Goins. Maddie DeSells and Riley Flynn are escorted by Jason Roberson. Our sophomore homecoming candidates for the class of 2017 are led by banner carriers Ronald Towns and Caitlin Ashley. Sophomore Courtney Moore is escorted by Will Butler. Miss Michaela Nutty is escorted by Jason Hogan. And sophomore candidate Shelby Writings is escorted by Mr. Chandler Marshall. Leading the candidates for the class of 2016, the juniors, are banner carriers Maya Goldberg and Marina Kolke. Junior Michaela Steele is escorted by Larry Roos. Candidate Ashley Carroll is escorted by Carter Aaron. And junior Morgan Walton is escorted by Mr. Matthew Fager. And now for our seniors, the class of 2015. Leading their class candidates are Megan Hoynes and Selena Singley. Mrs. Nikki Styler is accompanied by Ryan Ross. Candidate Amani Thompson is escorted by Brandon Shepard.
you have something to do with the fact that he actually did that?
Yeah, great job. We took it out and she showed up
Well, we saw the girl show up later after you walked out.
The moment for which we've all been waiting. Northwest High School's 2014 homecoming king is Mr. Brandon Shaw. And our 2014 homecoming queen is Miss Amani Thompson.
My phone changed it to Thank you,
We would like to congratulate and thank all of our candidates for participating in this year's homecoming court, especially our new homecoming royalty, Miss Amani Thompson and Mr. Brandon Shaw. Congratulations.
truck more. So he needs me to take him to this. Where's? Oh, where's Parker? He's right there.
The Ohio High School Athletic Association is about sports, that's obvious. But it's more than just a competition. what we're really about is learning. Young men and young women stretching themselves in pursuit of the ideals that will guide them for a lifetime. It is an important mission, and we share it with schools, families, and communities. As Commissioner of the Ohio High School Athletic Association, I look forward to working with you to help our young people build their futures.
Welcome back to Waycross Media and the second half of this game. Now, Brandon Schoen was elected the homecoming king during halftime ceremonies here. And that being said, he'll need to bring his hat and those of his boys to see to it that the Rams don't have it their way in the second half. Now, my partner Patrick Lewis and I have been covering the first half of this game. Really a good game. It's like the Knights, if they do what they need to do, continue to handle business, they could have a better outcome than they had in last week's affair that Patrick and I covered. But, Patrick, with a halftime in this game, I was out there looking to find something to eat, but from what I understand, you was taking care of business up here in the press box and come up with some stats.
Yeah, I found an appetite and some stats up here, as you found an appetite down there and some grub. I'll get to you guys some top rushing statistics and quality stats for both teams here. Corey McGinnis, Devon Jackson's the leading rusher with 11 carries, 54 yards, and that one touchdown, being that he was behind the line of scrimmage on that kind of weird, bizarre penalty that was picked up. Corey McGinnis had 7 carries for 24 yards as well. On the Ross side, rushing, Dustin Foley was 5 carries for 25 yards, and John Kincaid, the big 225-pounder, was 7 carries for 17 yards. Passing for Northwest, Brandon Shelton has had a number of completions now we're not used to. He was 5 for 7 for 44 yards. And for receiving, Devon Jackson was the leading receiver with 3 receptions and 35 yards. On the other side, Ross, Dustin Foley, was not so productive, being 2 for 6 with 56 yards and 1 touchdown. Receiving-wise, it was John Kincaid leading with 31 yards, 1 reception, and that 1 touchdown that we talked about. Alex Steele also had a reception for 25 yards. Penalties were at a premium here, which is a good thing for both teams. Ross had only had 1 penalty for 5 yards, and Northwest had 3 for 25 yards. So looking forward at the second half, Jacob, it's we were looking at the beginning of the half, the first half, the start of the game, as an offensive shootout, which we were hoping for. We got more offense than we bargained for from Northwest. If they put up 28 points, as 14 in the second half, as many they put up in the first half, that would be a good thing for them. They're not used to that. So, but Ross, watch out. They've, like I said, put 50 on the board, and we'll see what happens.
So here they are stepping off into this short kick, and looks like the Northwest Knights covered that, and they'll set up shop. Good field position at their own 48-yard line here to start the second half.
Yeah, I'm not sure if that was just like a failed attempt at an onside kick or what, but it was not a very good position. I mean, you want to kick it off down the field. That is the idea. So, yeah, it was definitely not something you want to start out as the Ross Rams to give them the possession on the 48-yard line of the Knights. I mean, they only got 52 yards to run the field now.
Well, hopefully the Knight offense could make the Rams special teams pay for that mistake.
Uh-oh.
Here's Devin Schnurr with the ball on the end
nice
jet sweep, and he's made good yardage. Looks like he's near the first down, possibly a 9-yard pickup on the play. Here we see again.
Yeah, Corey McGinnis is out front. He makes a cut inside, and we're usually seeing Devon Jackson doing that, but getting some other speed in there, but giving some other people some opportunities. Mr. Schnurr is a junior, so maybe priming him for next year, giving him some opportunities.
So here we go, the Knight offense, and there's a snap to give is to McGinnis, and he busts in there for first down yardage.
Nice job.
Change the move on that play.
Yeah, let's give some offensive linemen now some number 52, Justice Phillips. He's a junior 5'8", 190-pound guard, pulling some way up there. I really like the way he's tandeming and making some blocks. He's staying on his feet, got good balance, and churning those feet. I really like the way this offensive line for Northwest is played. So if you keep it up, boys, you're going to get your name on Waycross. Let's see if you can keep up the good work.
Number 76, Devin Williams, also up front on offensive line. Timeout called by Northwest. So other offensive linemen for the Knights are Justin Berquist, number 60 at center, handling those duties for them. Number 57, Delton Colbert, 5'9", 205-pound senior.
Yeah, and honestly, like, I'm quite surprised we haven't said their names before, because they have done a pretty good job up front keeping everybody clean, not getting many sacks. And Brett Schneider for Ross has come in with 2 sacks already in the first few games for them, and they've kept them off the quarterback off their back, especially how many times they throw. I mean, granted, it's only 7 times, but that's usually 7 more times than we see him pass.
Okay, here's Shelton looking over now to get the play call from the bench. And the pistol, he's got Corey McGinnis back there. He gives to McGinnis. He looks in there and muscles for good yardage again. Vision and decision on that play. Now, that's what you want from your running back. Have the vision, but also the decision. And that's, he saw where not to go. He jumped around, decides to get in there.
Yeah, like you said, Justin Berquist making a good play at center, making a hole for him. And for whatever reason, Mr. McGinnis likes to juke before he gets there. He always, you see him, he gets the ball and he always jukes. He never goes into the gap.
There's a give to Devin Schnurr off the jet sweep, and he makes a guy miss, and he's in the secondary of the Ram defense. Looks like it's going to be 3rd down. And
yeah, another first down for the Knights, making people miss. Number 41 for the Rams is see right there. Tyler Young making a good hit, getting them out of bounds.
So the chain gang gets to step in over there on the far sideline. It's going to be 1st and 10 for the Knights on offense.
This is highly reminiscent of the first possession that the Knights had to begin the game. They ran the ball well, up the gut, they spread it out, and granted they only had like 25 yards to go, but that's exactly what they just did here. They just went 25 yards on the ground, and if they can continue to do this, they got rhythm. But it looks like they're going to maybe do a wildcat here.
So Devin Schnurr checks out of the huddle.
Goes. Shelton's coming in, I'm sorry.
And number 85, David Martin, comes in. We'll have to see what they come up with here. 1st and 10. Ball on the Ram 27-yard line here. Kicks Devon Jackson in motion, hands it to him, going right in. He's got a blocker in front of him, although he's going to be hauled down after a short pickup by the Ram defense. And it just looked like his blocker.
Yeah, he was extending it way too out. I mean, the Ram defense, give him some credit. Number 42, Austin Harris for the Rams, extending that play from behind, but good containment by everybody on the Rams defense to make sure he doesn't get upfield on that 1st down carry.
And the Rams, number 4, Jay Horton checks into the game for them on defense. Here's Shelton with the snap and flag on the play.
Ball start.
Ball start against the Knights.
And you see Nate Mahone, the head coach for Northwest, is not happy about that. Their 4th penalty of the game, and it's a very inopportune time. On a 2nd down, when you're getting close to scoring, you just don't want that to happen. Just gave the offensive lineman some credit, and now they go and do a false start on me, guys. Come on, help me out. Doing you guys a favor here.
They'll redeem themselves with you, Patrick.
Oh, okay, well, let's hope that's true.
So here's Blake Shelton, pitches it over here to Devon Jackson in the left flat, and he muscles ahead for, looks like about 4-yard carry up in there. And
yeah, good pass here by Brandon Shelton. Gives it a nice, good spiral out quickly, gives him time to make a move. And we said that at the beginning of the broadcast, we want these playmakers in space. We haven't seen a whole lot of Shane Baldwin, though. Shane Baldwin, when we saw him against Tecumseh, was in a bunch at that Wildcat formation, and other times getting the ball. He's not playing both ways. He did have a little amount of injuries.
So we see Shane Baldwin standing on the bench, so his night may be over. Double reverse, Devon Jackson around right in. He skips in
nice.
there,
There he goes.
There
he goes.
Out of that tackle, he's going to be near the land of 6. Northwest Knights come up with a touchdown with 8:22 left to go in the third quarter of this ball game.
Yes, and Jay Horton, unfortunately for the Rams, is being the victim a bunch here with their scoring drives. This is going to hopefully give him 21 points. They give him 6, you give him 20, and he's doing very well here by making people miss. He's using that, again, that athletic ability, keeping that balance, which is very important, using that speed and getting around people. And everyone's shooting for the legs. You got to get up top. You know, you're not going to bring them down just with an arm tackle around the legs.
So here comes Alex Shivik attempting to point after, but it's no good. It's blocked by the Ram on special teams there.
Wow. See, I said, I'm glad I said hopefully give him 21 points because he let me down there as we see a replay of the touchdown. A great reverse execution-wise from the offensive line. Number 7, Alex Steele playing both ways tonight for the Rams. Can't make a block on the outside there. And after that one, he makes Jay Horton miss, and he's in the promised land. But like I said, with these kickers, man, they get a reputation because they miss chip-chop field goals for the Ross Rams as he did, as a 25-yarder, and these extra points that need to be put on the board, these matter if they're going to be close games. If it comes down to that extra point, that kicker is going to be ridiculed in that game room. And then for practice time, he's going to be doing extra sprints. I'm telling you, you don't want that to be you.
Well, here the Knights lead now, 27, 8:22 left to go in the third quarter. These problems that the Knights are having in the kicking game, of course, we're 4 games into the 14 campaign now, and you know, Kyle Kostoff is doing his thing elsewhere now, so they're just going to have to move on. But I'm sure that he's missed every time the Knights get in this situation. But here we go. He steps off into this kickoff. Cole Hannon runs up and picks it off before it hits out of bounds. And he skips around in there, and looks like he's going to be having a night. The Rams will be setting up shop on their own 34-yard line.
Yeah, good return here, getting a couple yards. Their kick return game tonight has not been stellar, to say the least. They've slipped on a couple of occasions. They've called fair catches when it was questionable. But right now, the Rams need to they need to respond. They're down 20-7 and need to make a statement here with their offensive linemen. Their senior verbal to Indiana, Simon Stepaniak, needs to really step up here and make some holes for the running backs.
So he turns and gives to Cole Hannon. He's right in, runs out of a tackle, and good yardage.
Yes.
Going to have this ball into Knight territory at their 48-yard line, looks like.
And John Kincaid, usually getting the ball, is now like McGinnis for the Knights, making way of a fullback. There you go, outrunning a block there. He's getting a block downfield, number 34, John Kincaid. And Horton making people miss. Finally, number 43, Julian Caldwell, making some plays down the field, stopping that run.
Okay, under center this time for the Ram offense. The give is the Cole Hannon again, and he's hit, but he's able to twist off of that hit and get at least a 1 yard off the play.
Yeah, Brandon Schoen, number 11, getting in there for the Knights quickly into the backfield and making contact and stopping from little gain. That's what you like to see. That's a senior again. We mentioned him stepping up. That's what they need to do on the defensive line here.
As long as Brandon Schoen remembers what hat to wear, he was wearing the crown at halftime, but now he's got to trade that in for his helmet.
He's got to be king of the field now.
James Dean busts in there, but he's not able to catch up to the quarterback before he throws the ball.
Another bootleg for the Rams. You see there's a good pressure by James Dean on the edge there. Really wouldn't have mattered because I believe Justin Caldwell was there to tackle John Kincaid if he got the ball. He was turned around, John Kincaid was, to just receive the pass, so he wouldn't have been in any position to make a move.
It's like the Rams got trips right. Cole Hannon's out there. Who else? Number 17, Riley Ryder. And the number 10 is out there, Corey Osborne. It's like a timeout's being called by the Rams offense. 7:12 left to go in the third quarter.
Well, I can play head coach here a little bit. And if I'm putting on that hat, I'm on the Ross Rams sideline, I'm going to be saying pass. And I want to do something probably over the middle. I want to get a good block from my offensive lineman. And usually I think the reason people do bootlegs is because their offensive lineman can't pass protect. You know, they want to get him out in space, and Foley usually is good at that. You know, he's good at squaring his shoulders, but he's not good at making decisions when he's outside the pocket. So what I would like to do, and, you know, this is just me being, you know, a playmaker here and just drawing up some plays, is maybe just a quick 5-step drop and get him a slant over the middle. You know, just tell him, you know, get that slot receiver over the middle and make a play. They're running a 4-2 right now, 4-3, and they're playing off of him, so it makes sense.
So, 3rd and 9. Fork in the road, stick a fork in a moment here for the Rams. Pass is complete to number 10 over here, but he's going to be well short of a first down. Knight defenders popping him good as he tries to work his way upfield after that catch.
Yeah, we see the quarterback going through his progression, finally gets it to Corey Osborne on the sideline, makes one person miss and gets close to a first down. Like I said, maybe I should become a head coach. They did the 5-step drop and make him look for decisions, and unfortunately it was all taken away in front of him. So he went through his progressions and went down to Corey Osborne, and the Knights defense did a good stand here. He's going to get the ball back after scoring a touchdown.
So we're down. The Rams are looking to punt this ball. Number 33 in to do the kicking for him. Brent Schneider, and he's got to kick off, and it's picked up by Shane Baldwin. He makes a man miss, and now he's breaking off to the sideline. He's going up north with it.
There's my boy.
And they're able to run Shane Baldwin out of bounds after a good pickup on the return.
Yeah, let's take a look at Cortez McGinnis here making a block. Look at this. Smack. Oh, that wasn't too bad. Yeah, it was a little bit of a slip/block, but give Shane Baldwin some credit making some setting up for that. Making people miss, going down the sidelines. I love his athleticism. I really want to get him the ball. I mean, if he's not tired and not injured enough to get on offense, I'd get him just as much touches as Devon Jackson or Corey McGinnis or anybody that's just as good of a playmaker as he is.
Well, it looks like they're saving Shane Baldwin a little bit here on offense.
Nice.
Pass over the middle, complete.
Yeah, DJ Granville, the 6', 195 tight end, getting a good ball from Shelton. A little bit behind him, but he makes a good adjustment, getting a first down.
Shelton back in the huddle with the play from Coach Mahan. Looks like he's got Devon Jackson, split wide right. Devin Schnur in the slot. Fake gives inside. Corey McGinnis running over people. Let Devin Schnur throw the block, Corey. He steps out of that tackle and in the end zone for a touchdown for the Northwest Knights. No flags on the field.
Yes. Wow. Come back, score a touchdown right after your defense makes a stop.
That's right.
Corey McGinnis, baby. Look at him roll. Loving it. Big offensive line hole. Credit them. And breaking tackles. Alex Steele getting victimized again on some of these, making a great move there at the end. Got a blocker in front of him. I believe that's Devin Schnur in front of him too.
That's right.
Yeah, give him some extra room. But yeah, he's not going to be a gas burner. But once he got past that second level, all he had to do was one guy miss, and he was off to the races. And give him credit. I think that touchdown happened because of his tackle breaking ability.
So here comes the Knights going for 2. The man's back. He runs out of a rush. And he completes that pass to Devin Schnur for the 2-point conversion there.
Well, we mentioned Dustin Foley for the Rams looking like Johnny Manziel, but Brandon Shelton making a little bit of a Johnny Manziel impression here, making people miss. The fullback makes a block, but gets around him, gets outside the pocket, squares his shoulders and gets a bullet to Schnur. right in the back of the end zone. And the coverage can only last so long, and once coverage broke down at the back of the end zone because he got away from the pressure, he made a good ball. I mean, that was a great decision. Great job getting that extra point back from that missed extra point earlier on.
So that makes the score your Northwest Knights 28 and the Ross Rams 7. 5:34 left to go in the third quarter. This is fair.
Now, if you're Ross Rams, you need to really come down and respond. You can kind of see the deflation a little bit, the sorrow in some of them. I mean, they're just having their hands on their hips, looking around, trying to check out the scenery.
Well,
maybe something's going on around the stadium they can get more entertained with except their offense.
Coach Butts has been running the show for the Ross Rams for a number of years now. I want to say in the neighborhood of 7 or 8 years, and I'm sure they know what he expects of them. And here's that kickoff, and, Cole Hannon running up there with it, but the Knight defense is waiting for him at the 30-yard line. Cole Hannon, he's been handling a lot of duties for the Rams tonight. Junior, 5'10", 165 pounds. I believe I know his older brother, Logan Hannon. Logan Hannon used to patrol hash marks for the Rams a few years there. Logan Hannon always gave a good account of himself. That's my buddy.
Good. Well, his brother that you're saying, Cole Hannon, was doing a good job holding on the ball. Julian Caldwell was trying to strip that on the end of his run, and he held on to it instead of losing possession of it like he did the very first time.
Here's the give around left end, and number 34 for the Rams, picking up good yardage. That's John Kincaid.
Yeah, this is a good stretch play. They're running behind Stepaniak, their left tackle commit to Indiana. Kincaid running over Cortez Gimenez a little bit, but McGinnis getting his arm around him and making a stop before he gets the first down. There's a flag on the field, or are they going to pick that up?
You say he was a commit to Indiana. Indiana could have used him last week up there in Bowling Green, huh?
They need any help they can get. Oh, calling Cortez for face mask at the end of that. Unfortunate. Well, that'll help the offense get spurred a little bit, Jacob. I mean, if you can't do it, have the officials help you. Get any help you can get, right?
Okay, so the officials wind the clock here. It's running with 5:11 left to go in the third quarter. Here comes the Rams addressing this ball.
Interesting formation.
Here's the give, and this man sweeps around right in, breaks a couple tackles. He's near first down for the Rams. Number 43 carrying that ball for him. That's Austin McKee.
Yeah. It's an interesting formation. They had a bunch formation out there, and he was, I guess, you could call him the slide out of that bunch, and he just does a quick towards the sidelines and gets the ball and makes some people miss.
Here come the Rams up on the ball quick. Turn and give. Inside muscle is going to pick up about 3 short yards. But that'll be enough for a first down for the Rams. It's like we've got a Knight defender in discomfort there, number 58. Going to be running off the field here. Get attended to by the medical staff. That's Michael Smith, 5'10", 200-pounder. Plays both ways for the Knights. Here comes Ross looking to throw over the middle.
Oh, nice defense.
The ball is tapped, knocked away. Good defense by number 40 for the Knights. Melvin Lawson, that's ML3.
Yeah, Melvin Lawson's made some decent plays this evening for the Knights. He was, unfortunately, could have had a pick 6 earlier on that we talked about. And then now making a good defensive play, getting his hand in there and stopping that pass.
There's the give with Kincaid again, and he muscles, but Brandon Schoen, among others, are there. Julian Daniels.
Yeah, this is the same bunch play that Ross had where they just swung out and gave the pass a quick little pass, but this time they run out with Kincaid out of this bunch set and only pick up a couple yards.
3:48 left to go in the third quarter here. Rams are moving the ball somewhat. They're facing a 3rd down and 7 here.
Yeah, they're running out of time, though. They need to
back to pass.
Make the play. Oh.
Flag on the play in the neighborhood after Brandon Schoen, big stop. That flag's in the neighborhood of Ross Ram holding, but I'm not a zebra, so we'll have to see what they say.
If that's holding, that's unfortunate for the Rams because they had some momentum going out to be scoring, and you cannot be happy as a head coach to get some rhythm like that, and then all of a sudden a penalty hitting you back. Man, that's just the last thing you want to see. Oh, it's a shot block below the knees. Unfortunate. You don't see that too often.
You don't need to see that at all. Damage could be done off of one of those, but this is high school talent, and they're working on getting their game ready for college in a couple years. And
yeah, that's a big penalty. That's a 15-yarder too, and unfortunately, hopefully, the person that's okay that got chop blocked, because that's a 15-yard penalty for a reason. You don't want to see people getting their knees chopped like that, and it's a block where you go below the knees and you really could do some damage to somebody for their career.
So here comes Ross looking to throw, standing back there in the pocket. Looks like he's going to be chased out and hauled down for a loss by number 55 of the Knights, hauled him down for that loss, and that's Dominic Smith.
Yeah, he gets outside the pocket here. He steps back. It doesn't see he's going through his progression. He wants to stay inside the pocket, but his natural instinct says, well, I'm not going to stay in here too much longer. I'm just going to run it. Well, he's going to get caught eventually, or get caught up to eventually. Number 78, Curtis New, also a good talent for the Rams. A 6'3", 263-pound guard was out in front of him, but he can only do so much. He can't fend him off forever.
So the Rams in punt formation on this 4th and forever, and looks like we got Cortez McGinnis standing down there on his own 30-yard line and waiting.
Oh, and rush it, get it. Oh.
Kick is off. And that ball's going to work its way out of bounds. Looks like right at the 30-yard line of the Knights.
That was close. Shane Baldwin was out back, and the head coach brought him up to the line of scrimmage to say, rush, rush, rush. They wanted to go after that punt, and he got super close. He got hit the line of scrimmage, but barely. And you'll see him right here, number 6, just, if he jumps a little bit sooner and gets there a little bit faster, just a split second, he gets that ball. Man, I bet you if he was at the line of scrimmage and was ready for that rather than coming up from backside of the field, he might have had more assertiveness to get there.
Well, we'll see if the Knight offense can make the Rams pay. Kind of looks to me like Brandon Shelton is getting a little more confidence. Give inside to Corey McGinnis, and Ram defenders are waiting there for him.
Yeah, you can't argue this call here. I think you're going to get a steady dose of running from the entire Northwest team now in the end of the game. They got 2:17 left in the game. That's what you're going to be seeing. There's not going to be a whole lot of fanciness coming from the Northwest. You're going to see a lot of what we saw earlier, nothing too fancy. I mean, you never know. When you're up this much, you can take some chances. So they got trips here to the left.
Give to McGinnis. So it's going to make it about a 3rd and 5.
Yeah, the big thing right now, and you almost got it right there. Unfortunately, he didn't lose possession, but holding on to that football, that is a big thing right now. You do not want to give Ross any type of momentum, any type of confidence on your side of the field.
Oh, that's right.
If he dropped that ball, that would have been on the 35-yard line. They had a good opportunity to come back in this game. You don't want to give them any confidence here, down 21.
So here's Shelton. Got the snap, looking to his right. That ball's tipped.
Wow.
But still caught by the Knight receiver on that play.
Nice concentration. Number 85, I believe.
Yeah, number 85.
David Martin. Nice concentration. It was, he steps in the throw. It's a bullet. He gets it tipped, and unfortunately, it's right to him. Very nice concentration by number 85 to hold that pass in, and now it's going to bring up a 4th down and short, and it looks like they're going to go for it, which is a questionable decision up 21 points.
They might as well go for it. 4th and 1. You got different options of how you can get it. You can get the ball to Corey McGinnis. Shelton may be able to muscle his way running, but They
don't
might
know.
as well keep the hammer down.
I don't know, man. I think they might be trying to draw him off sides here, or just nope. They go for it, and they don't get it. Well, they do. Actually, he gets out of that pile.
running.
Holy cow! There he goes. He's gonna score. He's gonna score. There he goes.
This is jumping leap, but that's gonna net nothing. And we see where the Ross Rams defense giving up this long touchdown on the 4th-and-1 play to Corey McGinnis of the Knights.
Wow.
We see the replay again. He gets that ball, and
Yeah, it looks like he stopped there, and it's where is he going? Oh, he just squirts out like, where did everyone go?
That's
There he
right.
is, outside, running down the sideline, the big fella, running and getting an extra blocker outside from number 85 too, saying he's like, you got convoy at number 4 trying to get the shoestring tackle. Nice effort by him to stop the touchdown, but wow, fooled us both on the far side of the field there.
Here's the point after attempt by the Knights. It's up, and that kick is good by number 92,
Wow.
Carter Gary.
Well, the risk, it benefited them. I'm not gonna say the reward was worth the risk in this situation. I didn't think I think he was stopped right at this point, but then it doesn't even look like there's any defenders. It's just a bunch of blue jerseys in front of him making blocks. And from the angle we had, he just all had to do, and what he did is go outside to the sideline where there was some running room.
Devin Jackson went down there with him as convoy.
Yeah, Devon Jackson.
Devon Jackson.
You're gonna get a letter. But yeah, I actually thought it was 85, honestly. So it's my fault too. Devon Jackson's making a block out there, and adding the extra point is huge for them. Since he missed it, gives at least the kicker some confidence going out there. But man, holy cow, up 28 points. Can you imagine? I did not see this coming. I did not see this coming from Northwest at all. I mean, I know had the ability with all the athletes that they have, but I knew Ross's defense was pretty stingy coming into this game. And I'm kind of surprised Ross's offense hasn't been scoring some points. I mean, you can see Foley. I mean, he can cause some trouble in that backfield if he gets his shoulder square, and he just hasn't made good decisions this time around. I mean, you've got the athletes with Kincaid and some of the receivers that have made some plays.
Kick is off. Looks like Cole Hannon's going to bring it in and run straight north with it. He makes a man miss, and now he's running. Stiff arms this guy, but Knight defenders are there to bring him down. It's like number 18 in on that tackle for the Knight special teams. That's Darius Hayes Carew.
First gunner down. It makes a poor effort as a tackle, just going after his legs with one arm. Not really sure what kind of effort that was. Yeah, he was down there, so give him the credit. That's the fact that he got down there first and went through his lane and made something happen until his teammates came out and got the tackle here.
So it looks like Ross is going to have to start throwing this ball now. They got trips left. Gives inside to number 34, and he goes around and slips, unfortunately. It's John Kincaid. Gain of 1 for the Rams on that play.
Yeah, that's not so surprising. They really got to start throwing the ball, but they had 12 seconds left in the third quarter, and they probably just want to get to the fourth and the other side of the field and make something happen. But gosh, look at that sideline for Northwest. They're just pumped. They're ready. Look at them. They're all running down. They're all having a good time.
So at the end of 3 quarters of action here tonight from Northwest High School, we have a score of the Northwest Knights 35 and the Ross Rams 7.
This is exciting, Jacob. We haven't seen a whole lot of offense from Northwest, and if their offense gets clicking, man, they're going to be tough to beat.
Once again, I want to invite all of our viewers to donate some time. Come help us out. You know, the average age of our volunteers at Waycross Media, now counting me, is about 55 years old. So we need some young people out here to help us out in these affairs. By volunteering with Waycross, you can deepen your sense of belonging, mentor a minor, declare your dedication, or cheer up a shut-in. But either way, call 825-2429 or visit www.waycross.tv/volunteer. Okay, so here we go. The Ross Rams on offense looking to see what they can get on this 2nd and long, and straight ahead south with the ball, and he runs out of 1 tackle before he's hit hard by the rest of the Knight defense.
Yeah, the safety, Peyton Brown for the Knights, has had a pretty quiet night for the most part, but he's going to get in on this tackle here. He almost, Foley almost gets to pass him. If it wasn't for him, he gets past the second level. The safety has to come up and make him stop.
Here come the Rams, trips left, but to give inside to number 34, John Kincaid, and looks like he's going to be able to pick up the first down on this play.
Well, I mean, we thought they were going to run or start passing the ball, but the last 3 plays have all been runs, so we were wrong on that. Not sure if you want to continue to run the ball. You're not going to get 28 points running the ball unless you get breakaways, and they haven't done that yet.
Well, here they go. Trips left again. A bunch. He's looking to give the ball to Kincaid once more.
Yeah.
He's over for a good pickup, about 4-yard gain, maybe 5.
So they're going to have to start passing here soon. They're in the same formation every time out here.
Here we go again. Straight ahead run, and this guy's got a first down again. Looks like number 16 is going to check into the game for the Knight defense. That's Larry Bruce.
Well, give them some credit. The Ross Rams are getting first downs now. They are moving the ball. That might be because the Knights are playing a little bit more lax, possibly, but
fake inside. He runs outside. Good pickup for a first down yardage once again. It's number 3. I'm telling you, Dustin Foley, junior quarterback for the Rams.
Yeah, good fake, making people miss. People can't get up there again. Peyton Brown coming up from the safety position, making a stop.
2nd and 1. Here comes the Knights on defense. They're in the backfield. Brandon Schoen just jumped in there, and son, you're going to have to do better than that, according to Lawrence Taylor.
Yeah, well, again, that's the senior Schoen stepping it up. When they're moving the ball, 2nd down, he says, son, I'm not going to be having you run around on my field. I'm a senior, and it's homecoming. I'm going to make a statement. You're not going to be doing this. We're up 28 points.
That's right.
I'm going to be the authority on this field tonight.
So here they are, 3rd and long, looking to drop straight back and throwing this ball down the right side. And just out of the reach. Cole Hannon, I don't think he could have caught that ball and stayed in bounds either way.
Yep.
So that's going to bring it to 4th down. And I'm telling you, it looks like to me, Patrick, that the Knights defense has unveiled itself as the Blue Oyster Cult. They're out here dealing in dominance and submission on these Rams.
Yeah, they've been stepping it up, and right now they're looking like they're going for 4th down. And honestly, that throw, Dustin Floyd won it back. He had him open. It's unfortunate. No, they're not. They're going to punt. They got him back
Shane
now.
Baldwin in the game along with Cortez McGinnis to see what this guy's going to do with this ball.
He punts it.
Nice kick, Cortez McGinnis.
Uh-oh.
What?
Uh-oh.
Get on it, somebody, because, there's a
that
Ram
is not
right
good.
there with that recovery, and this is going to be recovered by the Rams, so 9:22 left to go in the fair, and the Rams got life here.
Wow, what did we just say about turnovers and holding on to the ball, right? This is the worst nightmare for Northwest right now. They just got to stop. Everyone was psyched up coming into the 4th quarter, and honestly, they're up 28 points, and they better be lucky they're up 28 points right now, because if they were up 14, 21, I mean, that's a question. That's something that you do not want to happen and can turn the tide and rhythm. So I mean, if you don't score here being Ross, obviously I think you can hang your hats on this game. But they're going to
turn to give
there
to
it is.
Kincaid. He runs through everybody into the end zone. Malfunction junction there for the Knights, but
unreal.
To the Rams' credit, they come up with a score. That was number 7, Alex Steele, that recovered that fumbled kick to give the Rams this field position.
Unreal. Wow. It's just going to be a black eye on a good night, I think, for the Northwest. I don't think it's going to be detrimental to the rest of the game. We've got 9 minutes left. They got time to come back. But, you know, from the way their offense is playing at Ross, it's not really going to happen.
Yeah, that'll be a speed bump rather than a roadblock for him.
Yes.
He's back to
good
throw.
Gets
He's hit
away.
in the backfield. He runs north-wooded.
Gets it.
He gets the 2-point conversion. And I'll tell you something, Patrick. the running style of this Dustin Foley, number 3, he's a good running quarterback.
He sure is. And number 16 for the Knights, Larry Bruce, had him in his sights, a 6'1", 172 DB. And unfortunately, he gets around him Johnny Manziel style.
Man, if you don't quit bringing up Johnny Manziel, this is Cincinnati. Don't nobody want to hear about Johnny Manziel.
Who do you want me to bring up? It's not going to be Andy Dalton. Andy Dalton can't do that, Juz.
Oh, I don't. You don't have to bring him up, but please.
Let me, like I told you, I can say Everett Golson. I'm a Notre Dame fan. We can go that route.
Man, we got.
Is that okay with you?
We got to get together and figure out who we could bring up for references.
Well, okay, because Johnny Manziel is a Brown. That's fair. We can shy away from that. We can.
I don't mind him being a Brown.
No. So you just don't like him because he went to Texas A&M. Money maker.
He's never played it down in the NFL. He's got his own beer commercial. I know it's not a beer commercial, but he's got his own commercial.
Yeah, he's into it, man. He's young. He's happy. Let him live his life.
I just wish he could have. I wish Ray Lewis could have hung around long enough to introduce himself to that guy.
He would have enjoyed that, I'm sure. Oh man, that's hilarious. But now they're down 20. That's 3 scores for them. If they get back, and if they get a 3 and out here, you never know. You never know. 3 and outs, that's all you need. I mean, that can build the confidence in your offense, and if they can make something happen, they can. But it's going to be hard for them.
Well, I'm sure the Knight offense is going to have to realize that it's up to them to assert themselves and put the kibosh to any ideas Ross has of even making this game respectable at this point.
Well, it hasn't really been the Knights' MO this evening to be ground and pounding it. To meticulously get the yards. It's been big plays. Big plays that's gotten them on scores.
Well, there's Corey McGinnis with the handoff there, and
no yard.
It's like he's got about a yard, maybe 2.
Yeah, this is where you want to see Devon Jackson get a stretch play here outside, break containment of that defense, and make some moves, make some people miss. I just want to get their playmakers. That's what they've been doing all night. Let's keep it up. I mean, this is not a good. I mean, they gained 2 yards on that. Granted, they don't want to go 3 and out here. At least get some yards, take some time off the clock, and make a little bit of a statement here.
Well, from my eyes, the difference that I see this opponent last week's opponent had a defensive line that wouldn't quit. Uh-oh, this snap is high. No. Blake Shelton picks it up and heads it north for what he can get, but a host of Ram defenders are going to crunch him down from there.
Yeah, it's man, you just don't want anything bad like that to happen again. There's a flag on the field, and maybe that can help them out. That's going to be on the Knights. And if that was, that would have been, and it is decline. But again, that's another mistake. You don't want that as a head coach. You got to be frustrated with their effort right now. You're thinking we still got time in this game, boys. Let's not completely give up on our end. It's going to be 3rd down and forever. And that's why they declined it, because it was a negative gain on that play. But you got to make it, guys. I mean, don't throw in the towel just yet, just because you're up 20.
Well, we got Brandon Shelton back there. He gives inside to McGinnis. He runs around the tackle, and now he's muscling his way for decent yardage, but still going to be about 4 or 5 short of the 1st down.
Yeah, quality run right here on 3rd down. Holding on to the football, getting a push from the defensive lineman. Can't make the tackle, stays on his feet with good balance, and runs around, and he meets just 3 Ross Rams at the end of his run. Unfortunately, still not enough to make it a 1st down. He's going to be about 2 or 3 yards short.
So 7:50 left to go in the game, and this is where Northwest has to execute respectable punt and minimal return on this kick.
We got a player on one knee.
Back to receive this kick for the Rams will be number 2, Cole Hannon, and number 4, Jay Horton.
At the end of that run, he must have been shaken up a little bit.
Yeah, Corey McGinnis has been acting a little bit like he has been shaken up at times tonight.
You think?
He's not running, he's not hitting that hole with abandon, but his vision, decision skills are there. It's just that I don't think physically something's kind of hampered him a little bit tonight. You should see the way he's over there now working. Okay, so here's the kick. The Knights get it off, and Cole Hannon receives his kick, and he makes two guys miss, and now he's running to right in. He gets around Brandon Schnurr. And finally hauled down this near sideline by Shane Baldwin after he runs through.
The tides have turned, Jacob. We can see this happening. The rhythm is now, the ball is in their court. They got the ball here now around the 30-yard line. 30 yards to go for another touchdown. In the first half, we didn't see this. The kick returners all of a sudden did a fair catch, 15 yards out. They wouldn't even run that ball back in the first half. Now they're making some plays and feeling assertive about themselves. This is not good for Northwest.
Quick snap to give to number 34 for the Rams. That's John Kincaid.
And when you have this good a field position, you can run the ball here. You only got 30 yards to go. He picks up 5 yards. Keep doing that down the, you're just going to break it, and you can now run the ball. It's not that. We only got 7 minutes left, boys.
There's Kincaid. Stiff arms the guy, but to his credit, number 40 for the Knights on defense, ML3, Melvin Lawson, he says, just because you got this stiff arm on me, I'm not giving up this tackle.
Melvin Lawson's had a great game tonight. For the credit of the defense, Brandon Schoen and Melvin Lawson have really stepped up. Melvin Lawson is a senior as well, and they got to feel good about their efforts tonight and a good so far outcome for Northwest. But honestly, bringing down that 225-pound John Kincaid is tough, and he got off his block and made an effort, and he was going full speed too.
Oh, yeah.
He was at the second level, Kincaid was, and he had his motor going. Those legs were churning. It's hard to stop a motor putting in there, and he just basically put a brick inside that motor and just stopped it cold. And that's what you want in a defensive guy, and I bet some scouts, if they see that tape of him, that's a play you want to put on your demo reel and show to some scouts in some Division I schools, because that's what you want. You want to shed blocks and bring down a 225-pound guy, because that's who you're going to see at the next level. Those big guys, just like him. And that was a big stop. That's going to bring up a first down, unfortunately, but still a good stop that saves a touchdown.
7:03 left to go in the game as the Rams come out here. First down. There he goes, straight up the middle. That looks like a 7-8 yard gain. Just leaving the people in the dust.
Move the chains. It's going to be goal, first and goal. Yeah, it's just a good lead block there by John Kincaid. And Dustin Foley does the rest, making himself an Everett Golson type of quarterback there.
Foley gives to Kincaid this time.
He's going to get in.
He's in the end zone. Touchdown for the Rams.
We got a game. We got a game.
35 to 21, pending the outcome of the conversion.
Wow. I don't go for two here. Do you? Why go for two? You're down 20, you just got 6. Go for the extra point unless they have that little faith in their kicker.
Well, I don't know, but it looks like they're going for 2. So, just like you wanted, Patrick, and kicks a man in motion. This is number 7 for him, Alex Steele.
He's got blockers in front of him.
Keeps it himself.
He's in. Wow.
2-point conversion he comes up with. So now,
unreal.
with 6:45 left to go in the game, we have a score of the Northwest Knights 35 and the Ross Rams 23.
Wow, a 12-point game when it was a 28-point game. If you're writing this script, their offense, we knew, had the potential for this. Like I said, they dropped 50 in their second game, and they have the talent to do this. But they just all of a sudden just decided to bring that talent with 9 minutes left to go in the fourth quarter. You can see how dismal the sideline for Northwest is right now, and how excited the sideline for Ross is. And honestly, you just thought, if you're writing a piece on this story, on this game right now, you're thinking how impressive the Northwest offense was, how little penalties they've had to make a detriment to themselves, the turnovers that Ross had at the beginning of the game to set the tone of how the game went. But with 9 minutes left in the fourth quarter, things are turning around. Rhythm is for Ross now, and we have a ball game. This is going to get exciting down the road here. We got 6:45 left, and that's plenty of time for them to score twice.
So
and now we know they can.
Do you have the Ross Rams onside kicking this, Patrick?
Well, they haven't been kicking well this entire game. They've been doing failed squib kicks and failed long kicks, so who knows what they got planned here.
Well, we're about to find out. There's the squib.
It's something in between.
It's like night defenders are going to be on top of it, and the officials signal night possession here. It's like they'll set up shop near their own 5-yard line there.
Yeah, to the Ross's credit, that was actually a pretty decent kick. I mean, if you kick that long, you give them the opportunity to run it back, and you probably still get a decent return. That's pretty further up the field than that. So they got lucky. He kicked it over the level right before the long kick returners over their head, and they had to just scramble just to get on the football. It was a good kick. I mean, not your average everyday kickoff, but effective.
So here comes the night offense out here, looking to run this clock here. Back to throw. He's got this ball.
Yep. Oh, man.
Almost intercepted.
Should have been intercepted.
Should have been intercepted. Trying to throw that ball over here to number 85, David Martin, and Ross defender just jumped the route there.
Oh, man. Should have
intercepted that.
This is becoming bad to worse for Northwest. They are just crumbling down in every single way. Their quarterback, Brendan Shelton, just took way too long to unleash that football. He was sitting there playing with it. I don't know if he was trying to get the laces or whatnot, but I don't know if he just didn't have a good grip, but it took him way too long to get those passes. Got to be now and right in the receiver's hands, or else, pick sixes happen.
If nothing else, they should be running the clock here and telling the guy to run the ball and don't run out of bounds and keep this clock moving.
Yep.
Here's the give is to Devon Jackson, but he's got the Ram defense all over him. Okay, he kept it in bounds. They keep the clock running. 6:30 left to go in the game. This will be third down.
Yeah, good pursuit by number 27, Blake Neefield, for the Ross Rams to kick him outside to make sure he had containment there to extend that play towards the sideline. But you don't want to hear right now that the comment from your head coach is just stay in bounds, run the clock. You want to get them upfield right now. This is a game. They got 12 points. They are in this, and you got third down and forever. You want to make a play here.
Here's Brandon Shelton turns and gives to Corey McGinnis. He busts a couple tackles, and he's
oh my goodness!
He's got a first
down.
My
goodness!
And no one can bring him down until he says
truck.
That's right. He finally hauled down at the Northwest 46-yard line.
Give McGinnis some credit. This is all him. I mean, great job by the offensive line getting to the next level and making some blocks, but this is all him. Look how many defenders he's carrying. He's carrying 3 defenders right there, and that's still not the first down. He gets the ball 5 yards past the first down marker with 3 Ross defenders on top of him. That is a beast. He's Marshawn Lynch beast mode right there.
Okay. But that's one of the reasons why, if you're Northwest, you should just run the ball and just try to run the clock.
Right. Keep feeding him.
He's got it again. Number 33 for the night offense running through there.
Wow. Devontae Faulkner, the sophomore.
Devontae Faulkner, and that's near first down. Looks like it's going to be 2nd and 2, maybe.
Yeah, not the first time we've seen him this evening, but making a good statement as a sophomore right here, getting it close to about 8 yards and 2nd and short. This is good for the Rams. This is where you need, or I'm sorry, not the Rams, the Knights, where you need to be. Now under 5 minutes, 2nd and 2 on the 46-yard line of the Rams. This is where you can be running the clock. Get another first down. Got trips to the left here for the Knights.
Here's Shelton, turns and gives.
Nice.
Devon Jackson. No, that's number 33 once more. Devontae Faulkner.
They're going to move the chains. Great run here by Devontae. He sees where he was going to his left, doesn't see it, and just makes a decision right away to go to his right and pounds it up there. And there's not much there, but he got enough for the first down. Give him credit. That was a great job.
Nice block on offensive line by number 65, Jesse Ralston. 6 foot, 220 pounds, 222 pounds, sophomore.
Triple deuce. Yeah, this is where you want to give to McGinnis again.
And the give is to McGinnis inside. So he picks up 3. Timeout is called by Ross Rams. So with 4:04 left to go in the game, it's where the Rams know they have to find a way to get this ball back.
Yeah, and then with 4-4, they still got 2 scores to get. So if they get another first down here, they can get, basically the game in hand, because they're not going to get 2 more possessions if they don't get a stop here.
That's right. Yeah, I just don't think the Knights are. I think they've been scared straight, in other words, where they know they got to play serious ball to get out of here with the W on their homecoming night.
Yeah, and it shouldn't have been this tough. They were up 28 points with 9 minutes left to go in the 4th quarter. I mean, we saw their enthusiasm going down at the end of the 3rd quarter, going down to the other end. Everyone was psyched up there. Everyone on the sideline was running. And you just see now everyone's, holding their hands on their chest and just like, what do we do now? Almost in shock. Like, let's go, guys. Someone make a play. And McGinnis is going to be that guy, it looks like.
Again, if you're Knight on offense, do not go out of bounds. Keep this clock running. High snap. But he comes down with it. He's able to muscle his way in there to get back to the line of scrimmage here. Brandon Shelton making sure that he doesn't lose possession of that ball for the Knights on that less than ideal snap.
And this is very interesting. The commit to Indiana, Simon Stepaniak, is now on defensive line. The big number 72, 300-pounder, 6'4", is in there to plug up some gaps and get double teams on them and stop the run, because that's exactly what they're going to be doing. Stopping the, they're going to be running the ball. So why not put your big offensive lineman to clog some holes, right?
3rd and 8.
Oh, man.
Give inside.
Impressive, too.
Corey McGinnis is hit, though, after he picks up about 2-3 tough yards. Timeout being called once again by the Rams.
Wow, good decision here. I mean, they gained on the high snap last time. They don't gain any yards, but number 72, Simon Stepaniak, man, he's making himself known on the offensive side, and now on the defensive side, just blowing people up. I like his hand work too. His hand movements. He's good, quick movements, like getting right into the guy, and then getting off his block and making something happen. I really like how quick he is with his hands. It's very important being an offensive and defensive lineman.
Well, I'm sure the Indiana Hoosiers are going to need him, but well,
he's a pretty decent commit. I mean, he was getting offers from quite a few people, Jacob. It wasn't just Indiana that was offering him. It was Louisville, it was Kentucky, it was Bowling Green. It was a number of different Division I schools. So it's not like he was an unknown coming out of Ross here.
Okay, so the refs blow the whistle, ready for the Knights to kick this ball, and kick is off his foot and up. It's going to be going through the hands of Cole Hannon, and that's going to roll up and be spotted at the 20-yard line, or the Rams will take over. 3:05 left to go in the game.
I was just about to say how questionable it was for him to try to take that punt back, because he was inside the 10-yard line, close to the 5-yard line. It's not necessarily a recommended decision to be taking a kick from your 5-yard line, but luckily it went right through his hands and into the end zone.
Okay, so here comes the Rams on offense, trying to figure out a way to make a way for themselves in this.
They got to score quick. 3 minutes left.
Caught up inside and very short gain on the play, maybe 2 yards, and they'll make it 2nd down.
Yeah, remember what we said, running the ball is effective when you don't have a long field. They have 80 yards to go now, and they need to do in 2 possessions. Running the football right now is not going to get you 2 possessions.
Let's see what they come up with. Trips right on this play for him. He's going to run himself, straight run, and he's in there, picks up about 5 yards. He's rudely thrown down by Julian Daniels, looks like, on the play.
At this rate, they're averaging 2 plays every 40 seconds or so. that's not going to get them 2 possessions. It's just not. And if they keep getting 5 or 6 yards every time, they'll take that.
Back to pass over the middle, but over the head of Logan Hannon. Excuse me.
Cole Hannon. Yeah, you're
Cole
all right.
Hannon. I'm trying to call him his big brother.
Nah. Well, Dustin Foley had him. He makes a 3-step drop, looking through a number of different receivers. A nice spiral, just way far to and from. Can't even get the fingertips on him, unfortunately. He was open.
22 left to go in the game.
Man coverage. He's outside the
Rolling
pocket.
to his right, throws his ball. It's going to
Caught
be
it.
low.
He's going to be staying in bounds.
It's going to be caught. Stays in bounds, so it's going to be clock running down to the 2-minute mark. 2:06 left right now, and here comes the Rams up on the ball.
Good replay by our crew there, getting a good shot in and catching that football.
He slips and takes off with it. I wonder if his knee didn't hit the ground in the backfield when he slipped.
Wow, that's a good question. I wasn't paying that close of attention to see if that was, but it might be a good eye here. Let's see on the replay. Oh, it dang gosh come close, man. That's a nice call there.
Yeah.
Nice little eagle eye. That was close.
It looks like the chains will be moving up the street again for the Rams, so it's 1st and 10 with 1:55 left to go in the game here.
Yeah, but that's the thing. 155, Jacob. You're not going to get it with 155. You got to start making a big play here.
This ball's complete over here
Get
to
upfield,
left
get out
flat.
of bounds. There you go.
Gets
Decent
out
play.
of bounds near the first down sticks. Will be close to a first down.
Yep, that's what you need. That is what they should be doing instead of running up the gut with John Kincaid. And as good as he's been, he's got 2 touchdowns tonight, granted. But right now, that's not the type of football they need to be playing to get yards. Whoa, holy cow. Alex Steele is running on the sideline again.
There's Kincaid muscling his way through there. He's able to get the first down, but 1:43 on the clock. I guess they'll wind it in motion as soon as the chain gang gets set up.
Yeah, another stop by a senior, Dominique Smith, number 55. Seniors making, here we go.
Over
Went
his
past
head.
the quarterback, but there's a penalty flag on the field. This could be benefiting the Rams. It might have been an offense, or a defensive offsides. I hope that they're signaling it's going to be against the Rams, and they're going to decline that for sure.
Oh, yeah. See what the officials come up with.
But it stops the clock.
1:32 left to go. Looks like this ball is going to be spotted on the 30.
Yeah, as you see, he wasn't even looking. Just a whoopsie. Oh, there it goes. And now you just got to be, as a quarterback, just mindful enough to get on that ball without any further damage. It slides away from the ball out there. It's not that slick. We didn't have any rain.
So here we are. Justin Foley
Screen.
dropping deep and
Whoa,
throws that
is that
pass.
picked?
It's picked off. I'm
Almost,
thinking. No, they're rolling it incomplete, but we had a night defender, number 18, all over it, Darius Hayes-Carruth.
They better be careful with that. His quarterback's got to be aware that their offensive lineman's going downfield, and if he passes that ball beyond the line of scrimmage, that's going to be a penalty on his offensive lineman.
Yep.
And he doesn't want that to happen because he's the one that's protecting him. You don't want that.
So here we go. Rams looking to throw deep over the middle. Now he's flushed out of the pocket. He's rolling to his right and throwing deep. And
Picked.
that ball's
Picked.
intercepted by the
Game.
Knights. And that's
Melvin Lewis, baby.
Mr. number 40 for the Knights
Lawson,
on
I'm sorry.
defense. ML3. Melvin Lawson the third.
And everyone's excited, and that's the game. And just a quality. He finally got his pick. How
114.
deserving and how cyclical. Starts, he should have got the pick in the first half with a great effort to get on that slant route. And now he gets it here and to end the football game. 1:14 left. All they got to do is just run the clock out now. All they got to do, I mean, they could just do victory formation, which is what they're going to do.
Once again, Waycross Media comes in here and brings you this action. OHSAA High School Athletics here, and our crew, Tony Suarez, Hugh Staples, Butch Culbreth, and others. Luigina Urino, she's been here. Ricky Williams, Regina Urino, they've been on staff here with Northwest. And again, we're inviting any other volunteers who want to help us out with an assist on these shoots. At least we can have some people. You don't have to come in and get a bucket of ice water dumped on your head to volunteer for Waycross, you know. So the clock is running down. Northwest here, victory formation goes to a kneel, and that looks like going to be the last play of the game here. So from Northwest High School on this Friday night, week 4 of the OHSAA schedule, we have a final score of the Northwest Knights 35 and the Ross Rams 23. Along with my partner, Patrick Lewis comes in with me, sits in, and all the hardworking assets of Waycross Media. I want to thank you all for sitting in. So this is the left out left-hander, 50-yard line in the rearview mirror, opponent's goal line under a magnifying glass.
Copies of this program are available for $20 each. Send program title along with your address and check or money order to Waycross Community Media. Attention Dub Coordinator, 2086 Waycross Road, Forest Park, Ohio 45240. Or buy securely on the web at www.waycross.tv.